starting lineups. First, the visitors from St. Louis University. Leading off and playing center field, number 40, Matt Carino. Batting second and playing right field, number 25, Jake Garella. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 28, Cam Reddick. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 22, Kyle Fitzgerald. Batting fifth and playing catcher, number 18, Ryan Hernandez. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 4, George Sutherland. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 2, Colton Schill. Batting eighth and playing first base, number 6, Matt Dunham. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 7, Matt Happ. And pitching for the Billikens, number 13, Trevor Harris. The head coach for the Billikens is Gary Henderson. For your 2021 Kennesaw State Owls. Leading off and playing second, number 12, Jesse Sherrill. Batting second and playing left field, number 10, Zach Corbin. Batting third and playing center field, number 8, Alex Carballo. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 6, Terrence Norman. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 42, Garrett Hodges. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, number 2, Tyler Diamond. Batting seventh and playing catcher, number 11, Tyler Colby. Batting eighth and playing first base, number 26, Logan Lee. Batting ninth and playing third base, number 4, Jake Morrow. And pitching for the Royals, number 29, Luke Former. And coaching the Royals is Bryce Stanton. For the playing of our national anthem.
345 days. That is how long it has been since the Kennesaw State Owls were back at the Shake here at Stillwell Stadium. That changes today. Happy opening day 2021. I know you've been looking forward to this day just as long as I have. Kennesaw State kicks off the 2021 season at home with a 4-game series against one of the strongest programs inside the Atlantic 10, the St. Louis Billikens. Nolan Alexander with you on this Friday afternoon. For those watching on YouTube, you can see this is a picture-perfect day. It's great with the picture, not necessarily being outside in it. If you are able to peer inside the dugouts, Kennesaw State's in the third base dugout. St. Louis is in the first base dugout. They all have their jackets on. They're all masked up. They have beanies instead of hats. It's a little cool on this Friday, 45 degrees. Wind could be a factor in this one. It is picked up from time to time. It's gentle right now, but predominantly it's blown from left to right or in towards home. On the mound today for the Kennesaw State Owls opening day 2021, it's the junior out of Hillgrove High School in Marietta, just a stone's throw away, Luke Torbert for Kennesaw State. Last season for the Owls, Torbert went 1-2 through 5 appearances and 4 starts with a 7.80 ERA. He pitched 15 innings, had 18 hits, 13 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, 10 walks. Here's the starting lineup today for Kennesaw State on opening day. Leading it off for the Owls and playing second base, Jesse Sherrill. Batting second. In left field, it's Zach Corbin. Hitting third in center field, Alex Carballo. Batting cleanup, the DH, Terrence Norman. In the 5 spot, the right fielder, Garrett Hodges. Hitting 6th, the shortstop, Tyler Simon. Batting 7th, the catcher, Tyler Tolvey. Hitting 8th, the first baseman, Logan Fink. And batting 9th, the third baseman, Jake Coro. And we'll see Matt Torino, the left-handed center fielder, set to lead it off for the St. Louis Billikens, who went 10-6 last year in the shortened season. Torbert with the sign. The first pitch of 2021 pipes in for a strike as it grazes the outside corner. 0-1, first pitch at 4:04 here at Stillwell Stadium. Torbert working off the first base side of the rubber. Fires home, swinging a foul back to the net. 0-2 the count on Matt Torino. A transfer from Tennessee, native of Ontario, Canada. In between St. Louis and Tennessee, attended Jefferson College. Former junior college All-American, third team as a sophomore. 0-2 pitch. Just misses, not sure where. 1 ball, 2 strikes, about belt high, maybe outside. Our home plate umpire today, Casey James. Van Looster up the first baseline. Kevin Spivey on the third base side. Torbert nods, the 1-2. Called strike 3, froze him on the inside corner at the knees with a breaking ball. And a solid way for Torbert to kick off the 21 campaign. Here's Jake Gorella, the right fielder for the Billikens. Let's meet the St. Louis starting 9. Again, Torino in center field. Gorella, the right fielder, hits here in the 2-hole. Cam Redding, the DH, bats third. The cleanup batter, one to keep an eye on, Kyle Fitzgerald, the third baseman. Stretch the pitch. And it runs outside, 1-0. Hitting 5th, the catcher, Ryan Hernandez. Batting 6th, the left fielder, George Sutherland. Hitting 7th, the second baseman, Colton Schild. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a line drive shot back up the middle, and the first base hit of the afternoon. Jake Gorella aboard with a 1-out single for the Billikens. As a team, St. Louis hit .285 back in 2020. 161 hits and 565 tries. Slugged .386. So here's the DH Redding. No score, top of the first. 1 aboard, 1 out. As Fink now moves to hold on the runner, Gorella. We'll finish up the Billiken order here in just a moment. Still out of the stretch, Torbert delivers. Takes a little off, finds the outer half. 0-1 against Cam Redding, who's up for the right side. Batting 8th for the Billikens, playing first base, Matt Dunham. And hitting 9th, the shortstop, Matt Happ. And we'll see Trevor Harris, a southpaw, on the mound in the home half of the first inning. Long look, now the 0-1. That's in the dirt. It rolls around in front of Tolve. He's able to pick it up. Runner at first is Garella, who hangs by. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sticks on the board here. The Owl middle infield, Simon the shortstop, Sherrill the second baseman at double play depth. Torbert from the belt, his 1-1. Check swing on a high pitch, it's called a strike, 1-2. That wind's picked up once again, blowing in towards the first base side, where the Billikens, in their blue tops, blue hats, gray pants, are leaned over the railing. The 1-2. Swing and a foul, he fights it off the hands. It was a slider up and in, and it's spoiled out of play, just shy of the light pole up the first base line. Count the same here on Cam Redding, the DH, up out of the 3-hole. We're scoreless, Kennesaw State and St. Louis opening day. First of 4 between the Owls and the Billikens. Another 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Second strikeout for Luke Torbert here in the first inning. And both have come looking. So now it's the big bat for St. Louis, number 22, Kyle Fitzgerald, the third baseman. Who recently picked up a nice honor from D1 Baseball, named a top 30 third baseman in the nation. Transferred closer to home from Northwest Florida. He's a native of Brookfield, Illinois. 1 on, 2 outs. The pitch. Down low and away with a fastball, 1-0. In 11 games last year, 21 hits, 3 dingers, hit .477. He crouches in from the right side, righty on righty matchup, the 1-0 pitch. He takes a fastball down and away, 2 balls, no strikes. John Garella, the right fielder, over at first base, held on by Fink. He got aboard with a 1-out single up the middle. Hitters count the 2-0. Down and away, 3-0. Torbert went off speed there. Still off the first base side of the rubber. 3-0 pitch. And a get me over strike, 3-1. Torbert saved one of his best for last a season ago. 6 strikeouts against Georgia on February 19th and 2 innings of work. The 3-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Belt high, middle to outer half of the zone, and the count swells full at 3-2. Here with 2 outs, top of the first, no score, St. Louis and Kennesaw State. And it's just now dawning on me that February 19th, yes, that is a year ago. That has been, without a doubt, the longest 365 days in anyone's life. Here comes the payoff from Luke Torbert. Swing and a miss, he chased upstairs. Luke Torbert strikes out the Billiken side for St. Louis. It's no runs, 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We go bottom 1 at the shake. No score, and the Owls are coming up to bat.
This is my kind of town. This is my kind of place. Wouldn't mind hanging around for more than just a couple days. I got 12 floors and a carry from the empty drug dome to the bar downstairs. All I can think about is home. I got my new boots covered on it. Don't miss my
Welcome back. Home half of the first. No score. Kennesaw State and St. Louis. First batter up is Jesse Sherrill. He bunts one in front of the mound. Harris picks it up, slings to first, and Sherrill is retired.
The left fielder, number 10.
Well, I didn't get a chance to introduce Jesse Sherrill that much. Sherrill, in his first year with the program, a sophomore transfer from Gordon State College, initially out of Cantonment, Florida. We'll have plenty of time to touch on Sherrill. Here's Zach Corbin, the switch-hitting left fielder, up out of the 2-hole. Trevor Harris, a southpaw on the mound, delivers plateward and misses upstairs 1-0. Harris is no one to mess with. He went 3-0 with a shortened 2020 season. Through 5 starts, he had a .257 ERA. His 1-0. Corbin takes in the zone 1-1. He had 21 strikeouts in 21 innings. Easy math there. Just 6 walks, 6 earned runs, 18 hits. 1-1. Pulls the string, finds the inner half. 1-2 as Corbin tossed up the elbows. Opponents hit .225 against him a season ago. As the sign from Hernandez, the 1-2 pitch fouled back to the net as Corbin stays alive. The offering, down and in over the shoe tops. Hernandez out of his crouch to pluck it up. And Corbin's battled back for a 2-2 count. Corbin, a freshman out of Jefferson High School, northeast of Atlanta, up 85. 2-2. Misses inside off the mid of Hernandez, and he's worked the count full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 away, home half of the first. No scores, St. Louis and Kennesaw State on a sunny Friday afternoon at Stillwell Stadium. Here comes the payoff from Harris. Swinging a line drive, laced up the middle, a base hit. Zach Corbin aboard for the Owls here with 1 away. And I'll be honest with you. If you can go down 0-2, work it back to a full count, and send a line drive single up the middle, the 2-hole is all yours, Mr. Corbin. Alex Carballo, a big bat up from the left side. 1 on, 1 out. Harris delivers. And called a strike on the outer half of the zone, 0-1. Carballo had an impressive shortened 2020 season, named the most impressive hitter by Division I baseball. D1baseball.com. 0-1. Called a strike at the knees. Hit on the inner half. 0-2 quickly on Carballo. 4 home runs, 21 ribbies. In 17 games, hit .323 on the season. Harris's long locks looks on. The 0-2 misses at the letters. A waste pitch to Carballo. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Defensively for the Billikens, Dunham at first base. Schild is the second baseman. Happ the shortstop. Fitzgerald mans the hot corner at third. Hernandez the battery mate. In the outfield, Sutherland in left. Torino the center fielder. Garella in right field. Garella in right, and is Torino in center too. More so Garella. Have to fight off this sunshine. Garella's got the glove on top of the brim. This pitch hit off the end of the bat and fouled. Terrence Norman in the on-deck circle. Reaches and grabs with his right hand. Nice catch for Terrence there. Still a 1-2 count on Carballo, batting out of the 3-hole. St. Louis, Kennesaw State scoreless on opening day here in the home half of the first inning. 1-2 as the runner goes, is ripped over the first baseman Dunham. And it is called a foul ball down the first baseline. Oh my. Just foul up the first baseline, and with Corbin running on the pitch, you never know how it might kick up and foul ground over there. That's a double most likely. Could very well have been an RBI double. So still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harris sets from the belt. Lefty deals. Check swing on a breaking ball, low and away, an appeal to the middle, and it is a fortunate call for Carballo. Says he held up. Kevin Spivey, the third base umpire, is positioned on the second base side of the midway station. So looking at Schild, the second baseman, in front of him to the left, not the best viewpoint for the St. Louis defense. But the call goes Carballo's way. That was a dangerous offering. Throw back over to first, and in standing is Corbin. Two balls, two strikes, one away. Bottom one at Stillwell Stadium. Another throw over to first. Good crowd today on hand given the social distancing limitations, which is limited to the pass list and a select amount of Kennesaw State students. Available on a first-come, first-served basis for the students. 2-2. Breaking ball, strike three. Carballo knew it. About belt high, outer half of the dish. Harris picks up the K, and there's 2 outs for the Owls in the first inning. Terrence Norman up to the right side. Last year, named the ASUN Preseason Player of the Year. This spring, named to the preseason All-ASUN list. He and Tyler Tolvey, the two Owls representatives, with a pickoff move to first. That time, Corbin's in safely, but made it a little interesting. The late slide in back to the bag. Harris looks over to first for a second time. A long lead over there. And now the pitch home. Swing and a miss by Norman. Late on the heater, 0-1. Norman played in 14 games last spring, hit .315, 17 for 54. Did not have any extra base hits, picked up 5 RBI. Hernandez, the Billiken catcher, calls for time. Looks back over to the St. Louis dugout. Darren Hendrickson, in his 14th year, leads the way that side. A 1 pitch runs high near the hands. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another pickoff throw, and that one is in the dirt and gets by the first baseman Dunham. Corbin on his way to second, around second base. He goes deep in foul territory. Corbin goes sliding in head first to third. And on the air on the pickoff attempt from Harris, threw it well short of the first baseman Dunham. Advances Corbin to third base, and Kennesaw State's 1 station away from the first run of 2021. Here comes the 1-1. Down and in to Norman, who lays off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Harris works off the third base side of the rubber. The lefty deals. Swing and a foul to the backstop. 2-2 to Norman. Pitch was in the upper half of the zone. Righty just mistimed it. Middle infield moves back for St. Louis. Outfield plays Norman straight up. Runner at third, 2 outs, home half of the first. Harris is 2-2. Upstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second full count of the inning. The previous, Zach Corbin out of the 2-hole. Like Norman battled back in the count. Corbin delivered a single up the middle. Can Norman do so and pick up an RBI? Harris's payoff. A breaking ball down and in. A nice eye from Norman. And it's a 2-out walk. Runners on the corners for the 5-hole hitter, Garrett Hodges. Hodges batted .319, had 11 RBIs, 2 home runs last spring. Lefty on lefty matchup. Runner at first is Norman, held on by Dunham. Corbin with a short lead off third. Here's the pitch. Off speed near the hands of Hodges, who backs away 1-0. .23 hits on the season for Hodges, 4 doubles, so 6 extra base hits in total. 1-0. Upstairs above the letters, 2 balls, no strikes. The wind continues to blow into first base. The St. Louis outfield shifts, playing Hodges to pull here. Garella backs up in right. Torino a bit to the right of the second base bag. And Sutherland very short and shallow left. Can the Owls score first? Here's the 2-0 pitch. Just misses down and away. Hernandez framed it. Tried to graze the back of the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. Of course, a walk here would load the bags. Tyler Simon, the shortstop, awaits on deck for Kennesaw State. The 3-0. No green light, he takes 3-1. Still a hitter's count. Harris with a soft toss over to first. Norman on top of the bag standing. Harris takes the black glove with the grip. The 3-1 pitch, a breaking ball. Check swing, called a strike by James. A backdoor breaker there, and the count swells full at 3-2. An action pitch upcoming, so Norman is ready to sprint off the bag at first. Corbin with a soft lead over at third. Here's the payoff. Check swing in the dirt, down and away, an appeal to the middle infield, and it's another walk. Kevin Spivey positioned in front of the shortstop Happ. Extended the arms horizontally. And back-to-back walks by Harris puts the bags full of Owls here in the home half of the first, and we've got our first mound visit of the season. Recap this inning as we sit scoreless, bottom 1 at Stillwell Stadium. Jesse Sherrill on the first pitch he saw bunted back to the mound, out 1-3. Corbin down 0-2, worked the count full to 3-2, singled up the middle. Alex Carballo struck out looking on a 2-2 count. And then with Terrence Norman at the plate working a long count. Corbin at first base. Straight off a few times. There was a hit and run that Norman lined just foul down the first, or Carballo, excuse me, lined just foul down the first base side. But a pickoff move in the dirt to first allowed Corbin to speed all the way to third. Norman later walked. Hodges, with a good eye, just drew a full count walk as well. And here's Tyler Simon. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Time called at home. Simon up, swings, and sends a fly ball to left field. Hangs up in the air. The left fielder drifts back, and he's got the snag. As Simon's retired on an F7, Sutherland over the left shoulder hauls it in. Well, the inning comes to a close for Kennesaw State. The Owls threaten but leave the bases loaded. For the Owls in the first inning, it's no runs, 1 base hit, 1 error, and 3 left stranded. We go to the top of the second inning. No score on the KSU Owl Radio Network. Top of the second inning, Kennesaw State made it interesting in the home half of the first. Loaded the bases. Tyler Simon flew out to left field, and that ended the Owls' threat. So we remain scoreless. Top of the second inning at Stillwell Stadium. Luke Torbert back on the bump. 5, 6, and 7 batters, starting with the Billiken catcher Hernandez. And he takes upstairs 1-0. Hernandez, Sutherland, and Schild due up this inning for St. Louis. Pick number 5 in the preseason poll out of the A-10. Righty-on-righty matchup for Torbert. Fires home, swinging a fly ball towards deep center field. Carballo going back in right center. He's at the wall, and it carries out of here. It's a leadoff home run for Ryan Hernandez, the St. Louis catcher, and the Billikens go on top 1-0 here in the top half of the second. The pitch was up in the zone. Hernandez got a good cut on it. It continued to carry further out to right center field. Hernandez had 1 RBI last season, no home runs. Off to a great start here. This pitch is chopped foul and lands towards the back edge of the Billiken dugout up the first baseline. 0-1 on George Sutherland, the left fielder. Started every game but one last spring. Hit right at 300. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball sent to second base off one knee. Sherrill scoops the throw to first in plenty of time. He's out 4-3 and 1 away in the second inning for St. Louis.
Number 2, Colton Schild.
Here's Colton Schild, the second baseman. The pitch from Torbert. Swing and a miss over the top as it runs down and in. 0-1. There was a defensive change in the top half of the inning. Kennesaw State brought in a new left fielder, Nick Kalina. Take the spot of Corbin. 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schild steps up, a .318 hitter last season, 14 for 44. Righty on lefty, the pitch. Swing and a miss, pulls the string on the outer edge, 1-2 on Schild. More of a contact hitter, had 2 triples, 3 RBI, no home runs. Down in the count, the 1-2 from Torbert. Swinging a foul, nubbed off the edge of the red stick as it dribbles in front of the Owls on deck circle. Now comes out, black jacket, masked, black hat. It is going to be almost impossible to identify players this weekend coming out of the dugout. Torbert peers in for the sign. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Late breaking action on the black of the plate. Back door, 2 away. The 4th K for Luke Torbert. He struck out the side in the first. Now we'll see Matt Dunham, the sophomore first baseman out of St. Charles, Missouri. Another lefty bat up here. The offering. Called a strike as it grips the outside corner. 0-1. St. Louis 1, Kennesaw State nothing. Our score here in the top of the second on a Ryan Hernandez leadoff home run. 0-1 pitch. Misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dunham tossed up the hands there as it came in thigh high. The righties 1-1. Called a strike at the belt, 1-2. I mentioned for St. Louis, blue jerseys, blue hats, gray pants. Billikens in white across the front of the chest. Numbers in the left stomach in white. Torbert eyes his 1-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Tolve picks it up outside the right-handed batter's box. He fires a fastball to first and add another strikeout to the total for Luke Torbert. That's now 5. However, St. Louis draws first blood. Hernandez with a leadoff home run. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left aboard. We go bottom 2 at the Shake. St. Louis 1, Kennesaw State nothing. This is the Owl Radio Network presented by Fifth Third Bank. Yeah. Bottom 2 at Stillwell Stadium, 1-0 St. Louis leads Kennesaw State. The pitch cut on and missed as the Owls look to tie the ball game. Tyler Tolve up from the left side and the catcher down 0-1 here as he misses a breaking ball from Harris, who got out of a bases-loaded jam in the home half of the first. Next pitch, breaking ball outside, 1-1 to Tolve. The Owls got aboard with a Corbin single and then a couple of walks to Norman and Hodges before Simon flew out to left. 1-1, swing and a fly ball, well struck, out to right field. Garella going back, he looks up and it's gone. Tyler Tolve ties the ball game at 1 here in the second inning with a leadoff home run just over the right field wall. Well, whatever you can do, I can do just as good. 1-1 count. Tolve wasn't fooled there, fought it off the hands, and sent a crushing blow over the right field wall. Now Logan Fink steps up. The pitch from Harris misses for a ball, 1-0. Tolve did not leave the yard last spring. Did pick up 15 RBI though. The pitch down and in near the black and gold cleats, 2-0 to Logan Fink. He batted .229 over 12 starts last spring, 11 for 48 with 4 doubles, 8 RBI. Harris out of the windup, the lefty deals. And he takes her on the kneecaps, inner half, 2-1 to Fink. Kennesaw State wears the pinstripes today, white jerseys, black pinstripes. Owls across the front in black, trimmed in gold. The pitch squeezes him inside as he spins out of the way, 3 balls and 1 strike. The KS logo in the back of the jersey, just above the numerals. Black caps, gold KS logo for the Owls today. Here's the 3-1. That's downstairs for ball 4. It's the third walk issued by Harris. And 2 successful ABs for the Owls here in the home half of the second. It's a 1-1 ball game with Jake Coro, the third baseman, up from the left side here in the 9-hole. Not a cloud in the sky, a sunny Friday afternoon, opening day 2021 at Stillwell Stadium. The pitch to Coro. Called a strike on the outer half of the zone, 0-1. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention here at the top of the broadcast the loss of Fred Stillwell, which happened at the age of 95 a couple of weeks ago on February 13th. 0-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Over the top there, 0-2 the count. Stillwell played a big part for what this stadium is, donated lights, what we have here. Back in 1995, the stadium was named in his honor a couple years later in 1997. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball issued by Harris. That's his second strikeout. And there's one gone for the Owls here in the second inning. Stillwell survived by his wife Jane, 2 children, Fred Jr. and Julie. Stillwell was inducted into the KSU Hall of Fame back in 2005. That was the 3rd class. Sherrill up for the second time, and he bunts foul down the third base side. Fitzgerald picks it up behind the Owls' third base box. 0-1 the count. Sherrill tried to bunt to start out the home half of the first and shot it back to the mound. Harris threw him out 1-3. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Swinging a tapper towards second base, Schild into field. He flips towards short, and they get the force out at second base as Happ's on the bag. Fink is retired 4-6. And with 2 away, Sherrill aboard with a fielder's choice. Again, rest in peace to Fred Stillwell, who passed away at the age of 95 on February 13th. Sometimes you'll hear this stadium referred to as the Shake. That was a nickname for Mr. Stillwell. I think one of the better nicknames for stadiums across college baseball. Nick Kalina up for the first time. He replaced Corbin defensively in the top half of the inning. And the lefty bat takes high, 1-0. Corbin ripped a single up the middle in his inaugural AB for Kennesaw State. Kalina, a sophomore out of Dallas and North Paulding High School. Dallas, Georgia, that is. Not a good time to be from Dallas, Texas. 1-0 pitch. Hangs upstairs just above the zone. Beneath the pinky of Corbin. Or Kalina, excuse me. Stands in with white batting gloves. A silver and black stick that he hangs over the left shoulder. The offering. A breaking ball near the knees, called a strike. Came right down the middle, 2-1. Kalina played in 17 games last season, had 10 starts. He was second on the team with a .324 clip. 12 hits, 2 doubles, and 3 RBI. Throw over to first. The runner breaks towards second base. The shortstop Happ on the receiving end applies a tag, and Sherrill is out on the pickoff. 1-3-6. Harris got him that time. Kalina comes back to the plate when we come back in the home half of the third. Until then, for Kennesaw State, in the second inning, the Owls are able to tie it up. Tyler Tolvey with a leadoff home run. 1 run, 1 base hit, no errors, and no runners left stranded. We go top of the third at the Shake. 1-1 our score, St. Louis and Kennesaw State on the KSU Owl Radio Network, presented by Fifth Third Bank. 2021, St. Louis and Kennesaw State knotted up at 1, each team with a leadoff long ball in the second. And here's Matt Happ out of the 9-hole. Luke Torbert delivers, and it's fouled off as it shoots to the backstop near the Billiken on-deck circle up the first base line. That was a fastball challenged into Happ. Echekme didn't mean to swing. Hit off the inner half of the right stick, and not much foul ground behind. A quick ricochet. Torbert stays out of the stretch, the 0-1. A check swing on a pitch low in the basement, appeal to first. Van Lusander says Happ held up. 1 ball, 1 strike to Happ. 16 starts last spring, hit 208, 11 for 53. The offering comes up and in near the blue batting gloves. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 extra base hit, it was a double. He drove in 7 Billikens. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up towards foul ground. Tolvey removes the mask and watched it land as a souvenir. As the sun has now moved behind us, back behind the third baseline, some more fans have found their way up the first baseline to try to spread out. At the beginning of the ballgame, really as teams concluded BP. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a chopper, left side of the infield. Simon waits on it. Throws, and he is out at first base. Nice job on the hop for Simon, who took it in at the letters. A quick transition to the right arm and gave a rock-solid throw to first. 6-3, Happ is retired, 1 away. So the lineup turns over for Torino. 1-1 our score, but earlier most fans were behind home plate up the third baseline because that's where the sun was. With the shadows casting over the first baseline, it was cold over there. This pitch is chopped to the right side of the infield, plucked by Fink. Torbert is there to cover the shovel and the second out of the inning. So a couple of Baltimore chops in the infield grass. That time Fink in a defensive position, charging to his right, kind of stabbed at it outside the right kneecap. Torbert from the pitcher spot did an excellent job as soon as that was hit to sprint over to first. So 2 away for John Gorella, the right fielder, who singled back in the first inning. Kick the offering. And it's taken just low. 1 ball, no strikes. Torbert came right across the kneecaps with this sweeping action pitch there. 1-1 our score, top of the third. Here comes the 1-0. Way upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. So now a better grouping of fans up the first baseline, and then beyond the St. Louis dugout can make out some fans. Some have blue sweatshirts, some have red in the corner. Not really sure who the red ones are for today. 2-0. Swing and a number, fouled again down the first base side. 2-1. Billiken at the end of the dugout picks it up, throws across home plate to the front edge of the KSU dugout, third base side. Two and one the count, base is empty, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss, laid on the heater from Torbert. The count evens at 2-2. Infield back, the second baseman Sherrill has his gold cleats on the lip of the outfield grass. Outfield straight up, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that offering just died beneath the hands of the righty bat Gorella, fell over the shoe tops, and another strikeout for Luke Torbert. That is number 6 for him, which matches his season high 365 days ago here at Silwell Stadium. We go bottom 3 at the Shake. We're tied at 1. St. Louis and Kennesaw State on the KSU Owl Radio Network, presented by Fifth Third Bank. Nick Kalina back up at the dish. Home half of the third inning. 1-1 our score. St. Louis and Kennesaw State here on opening day. Harris rocks and fires, and Kalina sends a line drive fair down the right field line. He rounds first base. It gets stuck in the corner. Gorilla picks it up. Kalina puts on the brakes, and it's a leadoff double for Kennesaw State in the third. Well, how about that for Kalina, who was at the plate in the home half of the second inning. Sherrill, who got aboard with the fielder's choice, was out in a pickoff, 1-3-6, but Kalina had already seen 3 pitches, so gets a little bit more time to think about in the dugout and delivers with a double. Now the 3-hole batter, the center fielder, Alex Carballo up here. And Harris steps off the rubber. Now with the sign, Pierce back at second, stretch the pitch, swing and a miss. Carballo over the top of a breaking ball in the outer half of the zone, 0-1. Carballo went down looking on a 2-2 count. His first at bat of the season. The 0-1. Another breaking ball just about the same spot. This time, though, Carballo lays off. 0-2. Lefty bat, a 5'11 senior out of Pembroke Pines, Florida, and Archbishop McCarthy Academy. Harris with a 1-1. Swinging a chopper, right side of the infield. It gets underneath the diving attempt of Schild. Kalina around third base. The throw is late, and the Owls have the lead on an RBI single from Alex Carballo. Schild misjudged that ball on the right side at second base. I think he thought it was going to come in, 1, a lot slower, 2, a lot more shallow. He was a little late getting over there as it continued to roll towards the right field side. And at the end, for lack of a better term, he looked like what I would do out there. Just kind of gave it a wallop. Fell underneath him. And the Owls have the lead 2-1. Here's Terrence Norman. Still with no outs in the third. The pitch is fouled to the backstop, 0-1. Carballo led the team with 21 RBI a season ago, so well on his way to matching that torrid start that he had last season, which again replicated what he did in 2019. If there is one thing about it, it's Alex Carballo, is that the first 20 or so games, you're going to see a dangerous hitter. 0-1. Fastball called a strike as it grips the black of the plate, outer half on Norman. Looks back at James. Clarification on the call, 0-2. Pitch. Breaking ball near the knees. Norman lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I think for Carballo, of course, the challenge for him this year is going to be having that effort consistently throughout the entire season. And I certainly think he's up to the task. I talked to him in the midway point of quarantine. I guess you could say some point in May, late April, early May. Pickoff move to first, Carballo in standing. And he said what's different for him and what he had done at the time to take advantage of it was, 1, read a lot of books. And 2, work on his mental fortitude. And you can find plenty of quotes from Yogi Berra about how baseball's all between the ears. 1-2 pitch. Norman looks at a fastball that just misses inside around the knees. A 2-2 count to the Kennesaw State DH. Owls 2, Billikens 1. Bottom 3 at the shake. And a soft pickoff move to first. Carballo was 2 of 4 in stolen bases a season ago. Harris looks on. Here comes the 2-2. It's a breaking ball called strike 3 at the knees. It freezes Norman. And that's the first out of the home half of the third inning. Here's the right fielder, Garrett Hodges. drew a full count walk back in the first when Kennesaw State loaded the bags, but was unable to score. 2-1 Owls here on a Carballo RBI single. The pitch. Check swing, breaking ball, outer half. It's called a strike. James issues strike one. Inning got started with a Nick Kalina double. And then Carballo followed it up with an RBI single underneath the second baseman shield in the outfield grass. This pitch waved and missed, and Harris continues to try to fool the Owl hitters with a backdoor breaker. It's been laborious for Harris in 2 1/3 innings. 4 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. From the left side of the rubber, he looks on. Long locks dangling underneath the blue cap. The pitch cut on and missed. Another breaking ball, that time issued to the front door of Hodges, and there's 2 away. Here's the Kennesaw State shortstop, Tyler Simon, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Owls 2, Billikens 1. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, the wind continues to push left to right, blowing in towards first. The shadows creep up the third base side. The pitch, swinging a ground ball, shot to short. Happ plucks it off of the dirt, fires to first. Simon is retired 6-3, and that closes 3 innings of action. The Owls take the lead, though, on a Carballo RBI single. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, none left aboard. We go to the 4th inning. Kennesaw State 2, St. Louis 1. You're listening to the KSU Owl Radio Network. The 4th inning at Stillwell Stadium, 2-1. Kennesaw State has a lead over St. Louis. Game 1 of 4 between the Owls and the Billikens to kick off the season. Nolan Alexander with you, and we'll see the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for St. Louis up in the 4th, starting with the DH Cam Redding up from the right side. Torbert rocks and fires, and the pitch is a looping liner sprayed into right field, and it's a leadoff hit for Redding. 3rd hit of the afternoon for St. Louis, and it's the 2nd leadoff hit following Ryan Hernandez's leadoff home run in the 2nd. He sits on deck here as Kyle Fitzgerald approaches the dish. So far for Luke Torbert, 3+ innings with those 3 hits, 1 earned run. No walks, 6 strikeouts, which matches his high that he did against the Georgia Bulldogs this day 365 days ago, when the world was mostly the same, right? Just thought we'd get another baseball season on our hands. Stretch the pitch. Fastball upstairs, 1-0. I remember I was calling that game in the booth, the home radio booth. I'm currently positioned in the visitors booth for social distancing reasons. But I was in there all tight and buddied up with Scott Whitlock, longtime Kennesaw State softball coach, administrator who retired in December. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a chopper, pulled foul, and lands in the back edge of the Owls dugout. Rolls up against the railing. 1-1 the count. That was the first baseball game that Scott and I had called together and talked about it afterward. Thought, okay, what adjustments we'd make on the next broadcast. Remember that game? It's a little chilly today. It's certainly not that bad, but boy, that night pitch, my goodness. 1-1. It's in the dirt. Tovey smothers it up out of his crouch to look back the runner at first. 2 balls and a strike. Kennesaw State 2, St. Louis 1, our score, top of the 4th inning. Runner at first is Redding aboard with a leadoff single, no outs. Two-one from the righty. A breaking ball just beneath the elbow guard of Fitzgerald, who spins away. 3-1 the count. But fast forward a little bit after that Georgia game, and I mentioned at the top of the broadcast 345 days since the last baseball game for KSU. 3-1. Swinging a fly ball out to left center field. Kalina over in the gap, waits on it, and pulls it in. 1 away on the F7. Let's go back 346 days ago. One of the most eventful games in Kennesaw State history. The Owls are playing 2 midweek games against 2 different opponents. Started that Tuesday opposite Jacksonville State, who we're going to see a lot more of when they come to the A-Sun next year. That game, 15 innings, a 14-10 loss. Hernandez to the dish, pitches upstairs 1-0. I mean, that's more like you're going to see that score at Fifth Third Bank Stadium when the Owls and Gamecocks get together on the gridiron. One of the longest games in Kennesaw State history, and that game was tied multiple times. 1-0 pitch to Hernandez. Swing and a miss. He was eyeing his second dinger there. Nearly came out of the cleats. And he wanted to send that one well past the 330 in left field. 1-1 the count. But that game was tied in the 4th inning. Each team scored 2 runs. Kennesaw State scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th to send it to extras. Sticks to the board. Here comes the 1-1 from the junior. A fastball in the basement, 2-1. The teams were tied until the 13th inning. Jacksonville State scored 1 the top of the 13th. Kennesaw State came back, scored 1 in the home half. What happened in the 14th? A crooked number, 3 apiece. And then finally the offense gave out for the Owls. Jacksonville State scored 4 in the top of the 15th inning. Swinging a foul tip is Torbert. Took him up the ladder. 2-2 the count. Try the outer half there. Can Torbert reach 7 Ks and get payback to fit Ryan Hernandez? 2-2. Swing and a number that's through the right side. Redding was waiting on it, running past first. The throw from right field comes to the third baseman, Coro. And it's another hit for St. Louis here in the top of the 4th inning. The old cliche didn't try to do too much. Hernandez took a pitch in the outer half and literally dribbled it between Fink, the first baseman, who was holding on the runner, Redding, and Sherrill, the second baseman. Redding, like I said, just froze in his tracks, leading off first base, not wanting to step on it. Saw it go by, and then he took off and maybe got a little too greedy past the midway station. Simon was begging for it at short. Sutherland, the left fielder from the left side, and he foul tips it 0-1. Torbert worked the outer half low and away, and it dribbled softly to the St. Louis side. Owls 2, Billikens 1 here in the top of the fourth. From the belt, he looks back at second. A second turn, now to the dish. Fastball called a strike, 0-2. About belly high, outside corner. Tolvey into the Owls dugout, grabs the sign. Torbert peers over. Shadow from one of the light poles on the third base side. Covered up his face. Now back in the sunlight. Looks at second and steps off the rubber. And Chase is riding back to the bag. And delivers. Swinging a line drive into right field. It's in for a base hit. Hodges picks it up. Redding's waved around third base, and the throw is up the first base line, and St. Louis ties the ball game. George Sutherland fights off an 0-2 pitch for the RBI single. Redding scores from second base. Hernandez moves up to second. Fifth hit for the Billikens. Now the second baseman, Colton Schild. Sutherland had 7 ribbies last spring. Two on, one out. The righty delivers, swinging a hot hit line drive through the right side. This could score another one. Hodges picks it up from right field. It's cut off in the infield, and St. Louis has back-to-back RBI singles in a 3-2 lead. 3 consecutive singles, 4 total in the inning, as the Billikens lead for the second time today. There has been action in the Owl bullpen. It's been a lefty throwing down there. And now a visit to the mound for pitching coach Travis McClanahan. It appears to be Bryson Finney, number 5, a 6-foot junior out of Creekside High School in Fairburn, who's been throwing deep in that left field pin. As a reminder, all Kennesaw State games, as of now, here at Stillwell Stadium, with limited attendance available to the team's pass list and a limited number of Kennesaw State student tickets available. Students can present their Talon Card ID for entrance to the games. Tomorrow, a twin bill starting at 1 o'clock, and they'll close it out Game 4 Sunday afternoon here at Stillwell Stadium. Meeting over, Dunham up out of the 8-hole. Another lefty bat against the right-hander Luke Torbert. 2 on, 1 out, the offering. Misses away, 1-0. Dunham struck out looking back in the second. That's when Torbert was cruising, minus the Hernandez home run. He had 5 strikeouts at that point. Sits with 6 here through 3 1/3. Runner dances back and forth off second base. The 1-0 pitch, cut on and missed. Torbert pulled the string down and in. 1-1. Back to the schedule, like always, going to be challenging for Kennesaw State. Next weekend, the Coastal Carolina Tournament, hosted by the Chanticleers, West Virginia, Bryant, and CCU. Sticks on the board. Torbert again looks back at second. Simon, the shortstop, to the bag. Now he comes plateward. Misses up and in near the hands. Tulvey couldn't grasp it initially. Picks it up behind the batter. 2-1. Following that, the Owls are at home March 2nd, midweek action. 5 p.m. first pitch against the University of Georgia. Weekend series at UAB, midweek at Western Carolina March 10th, and then the first ASUN series March 12th. It'll be here before you know it. Against new ASUN foe, Bellarmine. 2-1. Fastball called a strike as Torbert works the outer edge. 2-2. St. Louis 3, Kennesaw State 2 here in the top of the fourth inning. It'll be interesting to see what Bellarmine brings to the table this spring. You've kept up with men's basketball in the ASUN. The Knights have been the surprise of the year. Picked dead last in one of the polls. Lead the conference, having won 8 straight. Two balls, 2 strikes to Dunham. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip, almost held on by Tolvey. Again, late break from Torbert on the outer half, stays 2-2. And not exactly sure of the ASUN schedule this weekend. I know men's basketball at Kennesaw State is on the road at Lipscomb, but I believe Bellarmine is on pause this weekend. I know somebody out there on Twitter will double check me on it. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Dunham goes down looking on the outer half, and there's 2 away. Here's Matt Happ out of the 9-hole. What has been keeping me busy at work and what I can tell you about, Kennesaw State football kicks off its spring season right around the corner next Saturday at Fifth Third Bank Stadium against Shorter University. Tickets in limited supply are still available. Not many more left. I believe just loge seating in the Superior Plumbing loge section. It's the only one available for next Saturday against Shorter, 1 p.m. kickoff. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch as the runners go is upstairs. Throw down to second base. It's a laser from Tolvey. Sherrill applies the tag, and that'll do it. Shield is out 2-4 on a Tolvey strike to second base. Ends the inning. St. Louis regains the lead with a couple of runs in the inning off of 4 base hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We go bottom 4 here in Kennesaw. St. Louis 3, Kennesaw State 2. This is the KSUL Radio Network. Tyler Tolvey steps up for the Owls, down 3-2 in the home half of the 4th inning, and waves and misses. The pitch from Trevor Harris, 0-1. Tolvey delivered a leadoff home run in the 2nd inning, which then tied the game at 1. 0-1 pitch. Down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. St. Louis just regained the lead in the top of the 4th thanks to 4 singles out of 5 consecutive batters. Fitzgerald, the big bat, the lone difference with the flyouts left. 1-1 pitch. Pop up off the hands of Tolvey over the press box here at the Shake, and the count moves to 1-2. So far for Trevor Harris, 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned. He's walked 3 batters, struck out 4. He's faced off against 15 total Owls. It's Tolve, Fink, and Coro up this inning. The pitch cut on and missed, a breaking ball down and away. Tolve retired on strikes, 1 gone in the Kennesaw State 4th inning.
The first baseman, number 46, Logan Fink.
Logan Fink walked back in the 2nd. Shadows continue to creep towards the field of play up the third base side. A light ball in front of Harris, who delivers a swing and a miss by Fink, who was swinging for the fences, 0-1. 330 to left, 330 to right, 400 to straightaway center, where the batter's eye is in the field of play. So you got to launch it a good 15 or so feet. This pitch swung on, popped up, shallow left field. Happ back to shortstop, and he's got a 2-handed squeeze in front of the left fielder Sutherland. One of them lost the cap. I believe that was Sutherland, the left fielder. 2 down. Here's Jake Coro. And one thing you do not want to do after Torbert struggled in the previous half inning is go 1-2-3 in the home half. Bryson Finney, a southpaw, was warming up for St. Louis, or for Kennesaw State, excuse me. We'll see if we see him in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball, well hit in the gap in left center field. Torino going over, and he won't get there. On one hop, Sutherland, the Billiken left fielder, picks it up, and a 2-out double for Jake Coro out of the 9-hole. And here's Jesse Sherrill, the second baseman. So now the Owls have a chance to tie it up, trailing 3-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball off the mound, up the middle, and a base knock. Coro is waved around third base. Here comes the throw in from center field. It's late, and we're tied up at 3. Jesse Sherrill grabs his first hit on an RBI single up the chute. And a 2-out rally for the Owls. Coro coming home to score after his first double in the black and gold, a graduate transfer from Southern New Hampshire. And now Nick Kalina, who doubled in the 3rd and later scored, up for the 2nd time this afternoon. Harris looks at first, runner jumps, he throws back that way, a little off the bag as Sherrill hops back. Had Harris thrown sooner, Sherrill gave a pretty big hop off first, may have been in trouble. Stretching the pitch, that's down and away. Hernandez briefly couldn't find it. Eyes back the runner at first before picking up the baseball. 1-0 the count. Each team with 3 runs and 6 hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 pitch. Across the zone, 1-1 as Kalina takes. St. Louis has 1 error. That was Harris on a pickoff attempt at first. The Owls without an error defensively. KSU is stranded 4. St. Louis is stranded 2. Sherrill again dances off the bag at first. 1-1 comes plateward. Bunt shown. It's fouled off. They throw down to first. Sherrill heads over to second base, and he is in ahead of the throw. At first, on my vantage point, I thought he had fouled it off at the plate, but he didn't. It was just underneath his bat. So a strike in the count to Kalina. It moves to 1-2. However, that gets Sherrill to second base. So a single and a swipe. The pitch. A breaking ball spoiled off. Out of play over the third base stands. Remains 1-2. Lefty on lefty matchup. Kalina out of the 2-hole. Time called. Zach Corbin today in left field, singled in the first. Kalina came on as a defensive replacement, top of the second. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, shallow left field. Sutherland, the left fielder, trots in, calls off the shortstop, and leans in for the inning-ending catch. Kennesaw State is able to tie it up with a 2-out rally in the 4th inning for the Owls. It's 1 run off 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left at second. 4 in the books. Let's move on to the 5th inning at Stillwell Stadium. 3-3 our score, St. Louis and Kennesaw State on the KSUL Radio Network. And we move on to the top of the 5th inning at Stillwell Stadium. A new pitcher on the bump for the Owls. Bryson Finney, the southpaw, in relief. Tied up at 3, St. Louis and Kennesaw State. And the pitch to the 9-hole hitter, Matt Happ, lands a little high, 1-0. Close the book on Luke Torbert, who was pitching well until running into trouble, giving up 4 singles in the previous frame. 1-0 from Finney. Misses down and away with a heater, 2-0. Torbert, 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. He did not walk a Billiken. He punched out 7. His season high was 6 last year against UGA. The 2-0 pitch waved on and missed as Finney works the outer edge, 2-1. 17 batters faced for Luke Torbert, the junior out of Marietta. Exits today with a no decision. The pitch called a strike. Finney battles back inside and works the front door, 2-2 on Happ, who's 0 for 1. Grounded out to short back in the 3rd. 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, carrying down the right field line. Hodges on the run. He slides down and he makes a basket grab. A nice effort by Garrett Hodges, the right fielder. And that ball dove at the last second. Hodges went sliding in on one leg, flipped over the leather, made the basket catch. A Webb Jim in right field, 1 away to start the 5th inning for St. Louis. Lineup turns over. Out for the third time, Matt Torino, the center fielder. Takes down and away from Finney, 1-0. 3-3 our score, St. Louis, Kennesaw State from Stillwell Stadium. Finney working quickly, the 1-0. Powers in a fastball but misses a tad high, 2-0. Last season, no wins, no losses in the shortened campaign. 5 appearances, 1 start. 2-0. At the letters, 3 balls, no strikes. Sported a .450 ERA, did have 1 save. Worked 16 innings, had 15 strikeouts, 7 walks. The pitch. Down and out, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Torino. Here with 1 out in the 5th inning. Jake Garella, the right fielder, up 1 for 2, singled in the first. And now the shadows play an interesting part. I mentioned they've been slowly creeping up. Now for the batters, there's a shadow extending just in front of home plate. There still is sunlight right at home plate. The pitcher's in sunlight, but 10 feet in front of the batter, all shade. This pitch fouled off. Out of play, first base side, 0-1. Wind pushes into the first base dugout occupied by St. Louis. Not a cloud today. Baby blue skies overhead here in northwest Georgia. Finney kicks the 0-1 from the lefty, is ripped into left field. It's a base knock. Kalina was playing towards the gap. He's got a long way to run. Torino's waved around third base. The throw comes skipping into the infield, and it's a 1-out double as Torino scores from first, and the Billikens take a 4-3 lead on the RBI double from Jake Garella. Not what Kennesaw State was expecting at all. Again, Kalina played off the line and left towards the gap. Had a lot of real estate to make up. Second hit for Garella. And the lead goes back and forth here. St. Louis now back on top by a run. Hit number 7 for the Billikens today. Redding scored in the 4th when he singled. 1 for 2 today. Lefty versus righty, the pitch, swing and a fly ball, but carrying foul. Past the unoccupied Billiken bullpen. On top of the batting cages, 0-1. Man, how many B words can I come up with there? No one that I can't say. Garella with a short lead off second base. I'll let you say it, not me. Finney delivers. Fastball low and away, 1-1 here to Cam Redding. Finney, 6'170", the junior out of Fairburn, Georgia. Just a little southwest of Atlanta, Creekside High School. Sticks on the board for him, the 1-1. Swinging a foul tip at the plate. Tolvie unable to hang on, 1-2. He started that Jacksonville State game that I discussed earlier, the one that went 15 innings. That is lone start of the season. Prior to that, in 2019, 14 appearances, 18 innings. Worked a season-high 3 frames against Samford on March 10th. Ahead in the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. A Billiken at second base. St. Louis up 4-3 here in the visitors' half of the 5th inning. Casey James, the home plate umpire, flashes up the count here as Redding briefly stepped out, now back in from the right side. Even stance, right stick over the right shoulder of the pitch. Swinging a pop-up, fouled again, right side and out of play. Finney came into Kennesaw State, one of the top 200 players in the state, rated by Perfect Game, top 20 left-handers. 1-2. Fastball just a little down and away. A solid eye from Redding. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Played his travel ball for, I hate saying this now because I'm hungry as is, but out of all the new mascot names, this one is probably the best. The Home Plate Chili Dogs. Seems like every minor league team has changed up its names. They've had that for a while. This pitch, swinging a hard liner, one bouncer past a diving Simon at short, off to his right. Quickly and left, Kalina is there to fire it back into the infield. And they're on the corners for St. Louis here with 1 away in the 5th inning. Got Summer Collegiate League, the Macon Bacon, Savannah Bananas, high school travel ball, Home Plate Chili Dogs. And I know we had a ton of rebrands over the summer and the whole minor league shakeup. Then you get the one-day changes. Was the San Antonio Churros? One of the teams, the Southwest, called themselves the Churros for a day. This pitch, called a strike, upper half of the zone against Kyle Fitzgerald, who's surprisingly 0 for 2. Hit almost 500 last spring for St. Louis. D1Baseball.com named him a top 30 third baseman prior to this season. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout to left. Finney's 0-1. Swinging a foul, out of play, first base side. And the lefty works ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Gorilla at third base had an RBI double. Redding at first with a single. And Finney with a soft toss over to first to try to keep the runner Redding honest. Has the side, the 0-2. Fastball framed by Tolvey, but a hair low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Finney's 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, popped up, first base side, foul ground. Fink runs, but won't be able to get there. A looping pop-up hit off the end of the blue stick. That vast expanse of foul territory up the first base side. There's not much foul ground behind home plate to the backstop, but up the first and third base side until you reach the bullpens, about 3/4 or so of the way down each of the outfield lines. Whole lot of room. 25, 30 feet or so. 1-2 again, called strike 3. Fitzgerald down looking just above the kneecaps on a front door backwards K. And there's 2 away. The first strikeout for Bryson Finney in relief of Luke Torber. And now the catcher Ryan Hernandez, who's having himself a day to start out 2021. A leadoff home run in the second, a single in the fourth, 2 runs scored. Inherits runners at the corners here. 2 away, top of the 5th. St. Louis 4, Kennesaw State 3. Lefty on righty, Finney goes plateward and misses upstairs 1-0. Hernandez, 6'1", 205 pounds, a native of Miami, out of St. Brendan Academy. Back for his junior campaign. 1-0 pitch, fouled back to the net, 1-1. And years are very subjective. So St. Louis has gone with this roster for everyone's eligibility year from the 2020 season. Gave everyone a free pass in eligibility last year. We'll see what shakes out with this year. It'll certainly be interesting years from now. The 1-1 pitch, fouled back to the net, 1-2. To look at freshmen from 2020. You never know. Depending on how things shake out, you could have a medical redshirt. transfer, get another year, play as a graduate. Could have some 25, 26-year-olds out here playing spring ball in 2025, 26. This pitch waved and missed. Finney ends with back-to-back strikeouts as Hernandez chases upstairs and is retired for the first time. St. Louis is able to regain the lead here in the 5th inning. 1 run across for the Billikens off of 2 base hits, no errors, and a couple of runners left stranded. Middle of the 5th coming up, 4-3. St. Louis over Kennesaw State on the KSU Owl Radio Network.
Fans, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Kennesaw State or on Twitter at KSU Owl.
Fifth inning coming up from Stillwell Stadium. 4-3 our score. St. Louis with the lead over Kennesaw State. So far in this game, kind of like that Jacksonville State game I've been referencing earlier, and my goodness, if I've spelled myself with 15 innings today, I'll bury my own grave. But Kennesaw State has managed to bounce back, tie up the game over and over again. Can the Owls do it here for the 2nd inning in a row? Alex Carballo leads it off. Had an RBI single last go-around, and he takes down and away from Harris. Want to know the count. Carballo sitting 1 for 2 with that RBI single. Nick Kalina led off the 3rd inning with a double. 1-0 pitch, wave and a miss. Carballo thinking fastball. Harris pulled the string. Do have some stirring in the Billiken bullpen in right field. Appears to be double barrel action, a lefty and a righty. The lefty's got a sweatshirt on. Might have a number on the right-hander. 1-1. Bouncer in the dirt off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Looks like it's number 17, Charlie Sheehan. A senior, 6'2", 205 out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Harris from the left side of the rubber. Deals the 2-1. Misses upstairs. 3 balls and a strike to Carballo, who backed away. Pitch came just on top of his, not sure if they're cream white or really they're white, but faded because of all the dirt. Batting gloves. 3-1. Swinging a ground ball, Carballo fouled it off, grabbed a piece of him as it rolled in fair territory to the first baseman, Dunham. Not a fun one to try to rub off there. Three, 4, and 5 hitters up for Kennesaw State in the 5th inning. Following Carballo, it'll be Terrence Norman and Garrett Hodges. St. Louis with a 1-run lead, 4-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Carballo ready, and the pitch downstairs. Earns a walk as it bounces in front of home plate. Terrence Norman up to the right side, seeing if Kennesaw State can cash in on the leadoff walk. Half pitch short, Schild at second base, move to double play depth for the Billikens. Torino in straight up center, takes the sunglasses, puts it on top of his blue brim. You can see the reflection all the way from here behind home plate. And a visit to the mound for the Billikens out of the first base dugout. Whole infield huddles up for St. Louis. And that'll be it for Harris. And we'll have a new pitcher on to face Terrence Norman. We'll see who the Billikens call on when we come back. Our score at Stillwell Stadium in the bottom of the 5th inning. St. Louis 4, Kennesaw State 3. This is the KSU Owl Radio Network. Hodges went swinging against a breaking ball. Fremion tucks the tan glove underneath his right shoulder. Now sets from the belt, looks back at second base. Carballo crawls off the bag. Bunt shown as Kennesaw State looks to go by the book. And he pulls it back on a breaking ball low, 1-0. Sherrill's been the one to attempt bunts today. He's 0 for 2, but those not sacrifices. Two on, no outs. Lights turned on here at Stillwell Stadium. Fremion a couple of turns towards second, now to the plate with the 1-0. Called a strike. Hodges took the bunt away again as the pitch came on the outer half of the plate. Hodges out of South Georgia calls Guyton, Georgia home, South Effingham High School. 1-1. And he fouls off the bunt attempt, just grazed the top of the stick. And quickly reverberated back to the backstop, 1-2. See if the call's still on here or Hodges can try to swing. Mike Sansing, longtime skipper, over 1,100 wins, one of the winningest coaches in college baseball. With the arm signs out of the front edge of the third base dugout. Fremion's 1-2. A breaking ball off the plate. Hodges lays off. 2-2. Norman at first for Kennesaw State. Carballo at second base. Garella plays deep in right field. Sutherland in shallow left for St. Louis. Fitzgerald almost even with the bag at third. 2-2 to Hodges. Swinging a foul tip. May have gotten a little piece of Ryan Hernandez, the catcher, who turns back and has a quick chat with Casey James. Casey checks on him. Hernandez still standing, looks over to the Billiken dugout. Now back in his crouch. 4-3 our score. St. Louis leads Kennesaw State. Bottom 5 at Stillwell Stadium. Another 2-2 to Hodges. Swing and a miss, pull the string. Just beneath the letters. Over the middle of the plate, and there's one away for the Owls now in the fifth inning. Tyler Simon sits 0 for 2, a fly out to left, a ground out to his shortstop counterpart, Matt Happ. Four runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the visiting St. Louis Billikens. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Owls. Opening up this 4-game series at home. Lefty on righty here. Wind to the back of Fremion as blue jersey billows in the wind, and he comes home and fires a strike lower half of the zone, 0-1. There is some action around the A-Sun today on opening day. Top of the third inning in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. Non-conference matchup. Liberty trails Campbell 1-0. 0-1 pitch. Fastball just misses near the knees. 1-1. At 6 o'clock at Sessions Stadium in the River City, Jacksonville plays host to Miami of Ohio. You will never see the Miami Hurricanes make a trip to Jacksonville to play a game. Mark my words. 6:30 in DeLand. Florida A&M at Stetson at Melching Field. One and one the count. A pickoff move at second base. Carballo in safely underneath the tag of the second baseman Schild. And canceled due to inclement weather, and I admit I have not kept up with this, so I am not sure what's going on down in Macon, Georgia, but North Alabama was supposed to play Mercer. One of the many reasons you can choose Kennesaw over Macon. Still sticks on the board to Simon. Fremion to the plate. Down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow, the A-Sun schedule really opens up. FGCU gets in on the action. Doesn't have to go far. Takes on USF to start a weekend series. And a balk is called. Yet another pickoff attempt from Fremion. That time with an illegal move coming off of the rubber, and 2 Owls move into scoring position. That gets Carballo over to third and Norman to second base. Well, on your opening day bingo card, if you had balk for game 1 of the season, Consider yourself lucky. So now a base hit here could give Kennesaw State the lead. The 2-1 pitch is fouled back to the net on a chopper. Simon reached out for that offering, 2-2. Bellarmine, welcome to Division I baseball. Tomorrow, the Knights take on crosstown foe Louisville. The Cardinals are ranked number 5 in the nation for a 1 o'clock first pitch. At 2 p.m., North Florida travels to Tallahassee to take on the Florida State Seminoles to kick off the year. And then everyone that plays tonight will continue the series tomorrow. They're playing 2 at Melching Field between Florida A&M and Stetson starting at 2 o'clock. And I mentioned FGCU at USF. That is a doubleheader, 1 o'clock first pitch. 2-2. A breaking ball up and away. Count full against Tyler Simon. In what's been, I don't want to say crawling, but there's been a lot riding on every pitch, and Fremion is in no hurry on the mound to come home with it. Carballo with third, Norman at second, 1 away, home half of the 5th. The Owls trail by a run. 3-2 to Simon. Swing and a fly ball into left field. Sutherland coming on. He won't get there. Carballo in to score. Norman waved around third. He's in without a throw, and the Owls take the lead. Simon finds his way to second base after the single, in ahead of the throw from Fitzgerald, the third baseman, to Schild at second. A 2-run single for Kennesaw State and a 5-4 lead. Simon gets the last laugh, working yet another full count. The second of the inning after Hodges had a 2-2 count, just to try to give the Owls more pitches to see against Fremion. That first run, Carballo's run that scores, that is charged to Harris, Trevor Harris, the starter. Now Tyler Tolvey, 1 for 2 with the leadoff home run in the second inning. The pitch. Swing and a foul on a breaking ball as it lands just in front of the KSU on deck circle. Logan Fink picks it up. So caromed off the netting. Now I'll tell you, Norman coming around third base there was right on the heels of Carballo. I mean, less than 10 feet. Alex wanted to wait and see if he needed to tag up. Terrence, I think, got a great read on it. The 0-1. A breaking ball fouled back to the net. That time in the inner half of the zone to Tolvey, 0-2. (5-4) lead for Kennesaw State at home on opening day. Fremion with the sign. He sets from the belt. Works off the first base side of the rubber. Here comes the 0-2. And a breaking ball. Tolvey lays off. Lower and outside edge of the zone, 1-2. Tolvey, a 6'2" sophomore. Stayed in Cobb County to play his collegiate ball. Graduate of Sprayberry High School. Former Yellow Jacket out of Marietta. Here comes the 1-2. A fastball framed by Hernandez doesn't get the call of Casey James. Wanted the black at the plate. 2-2. Missed about belt high. Off the outer edge. Simon crawls off the bag at second here with 1 out, home half of the 5th. Already 2 across for the Owls. Another hop for Simon. Fremion a couple of nods, now to the plate, swing and a foul ball. More breaking action from Fremion. Tolvey's able to spoil it off over the third base stands and Not sure it hit a Big Al bus. I think it was in the ballpark of it. So Surface Street comes right behind home plate, up the third base line, carries beyond Bailey Park, home of Kennesaw State softball, beyond left field. Two again. Swing and a fly ball towards the gap in left center. Sutherland played it well, reaches up for the squeeze, and there's 2 away. Long at bat, Tolvey ultimately out on the F7, but Frebion continues to run out the pitch count here in relief. Kennesaw State now with the 8-hole up. Logan Fink, the first baseman, walked in the second, flew out to left in the fourth. Kennesaw State 5, St. Louis 4, our score here in the bottom of the 5th inning at Stillwell Stadium. Simon at second base. He had a 2-run single for the 8th hit of the afternoon for the Owls. Lefty on righty. Frebion to the dish. Way upstairs with some high cheese, 1-0. Fink's a redshirt freshman out of Tatnall Square Academy in Kathleen, Georgia. Last season for the Owls, a .229 hitter, picked up 8 RBI. At 4 doubles, no triples, no homers. 1-0 pitch. Upstairs again, albeit a little lower. Just on top of the gray batting gloves, 2-0. Fink steps out, a couple of practice cuts, climbs back into the right side, and the right-handed batter's box a little bit more so than the lefty side. That back edge of chalk is completely gone. Open stance, bend at the knees. Holds the bat off the right shoulder. Here comes the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Fink was looking for his first dinger there. Almost fell down to the right knee as he misconnected on a pitch about thigh-high outer edge, 2-1. Fremion's 2-1, swinging a chopper to short. Happ backpedals, waits on the lip of the grass. He's quick to throw over to first. A turn and a basket scoop up by Dunham at first base. Retires Fink 6-3. A nice play by the Billiken first baseman. For the Owls in the 5th inning, they come across with 2 runs off of 2 base hits, capped off by the 2-run single for Tyler Simon. No errors and 1 runner left aboard. On to the 6th inning we go at Stillwell Stadium. Now the Owls are on top yet again, 5-4 over St. Louis. You're listening to the KSU Owl Radio Network. On to the 6th inning we go. Bryson Finney on the mound. The first pitch is bunted in front of home plate. Picked up by Tolvey. He slings it over to first, and it's in time as the Owls retire the leadoff batter, George Sutherland, out of the 6th hole. Wanted to test out the defensive efforts of Finney as he laid down a bunt, a really good one. Landed just on the edge of the infield grass and credit Tyler Tolvey out of his crouch. Excellent throw to first base. A lot of whip on that, and there's one away. Colton Schild up. He takes a strike, 0-1. Schild sits 1 for 2 with a single back in the 4th. 5-4, the Owls lead the St. Louis Billikens here on opening day. Finney here in the 6th inning continues his efforts in relief and misses upstairs, 1-1. Inning in the 3rd for Finney. 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. To the plate the lefty goes, and his fastball's in the basement, 2-1. Luke Torbert started today for KSU. 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned, no walks, 7 punch-outs. A high for him, 2-1. At the letters with a heater, 3 balls and a strike. To the second baseman for St. Louis, Colton Schild up out of the 7 hole. Matt Dunham, the first baseman, on deck, the 3-1. Off the plate for ball 4. A 5-pitch walk. Here is Dunham. 0 for 2 thus far, looking to avoid the hat trick. A couple of strikeouts looking in the 2nd and the 4th inning. And both ended innings. Lights on here at Stillwell Stadium. Wind blows in towards first base. Shadows covering up most of the field, save shallow left out to the right center gap. Finney misses upstairs, 1-0. Dunham, a sophomore, 6'2", 198 out of St. Charles, Missouri. Finney over to first, no tag applied by Logan Fink. Colton Schild, the runner over at first. St. Louis didn't run much last year. Schild was 1 of 2. As a team, they were 6 of 13 as this pitch misses and comes in and hits the batter Dunham. So 2 freebies from Finney here in the 6th inning. A 1-out walk to Schild and a hit by pitch to Dunham. Billiken shortstop Matt Hatt up to the right side. Looks back to the St. Louis dugout here. Now steps in, back right foot, then the front left, bend at the knees, slightly open stance. He's 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out. The pitch from Finney misses up and in. Finney struggles to find the zone here. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. Swinging a fly ball, well struck, back to left field. Kalina running back, he's at the track, and he won't be able to get to it. He overran it by a step, and the runners advance. In the funky part of the outfield and left field, up against the Bailey building, underneath the 2014 Region Championship banner, Kalina was going back, and that outfield wall juts back a little bit more underneath that Regional Championship banner. There's a Kennesaw State logo. It goes back a few feet, and Kalina actually overran it. Again, with the wind working at his face there. Not sure how much of a factor that played into it. But it keeps it to just a long, long single for the Billikens. Torino, the leadoff batter up. The pitch just misses low. Tolvey tried to frame it, 1-0. The Owls are clinging to a 5-4 lead, top of the 6th. Schild at third, Dunham at second, Happ at first. Finney would be exuberant with a double play here. Torino 0 for 2 and a walk. Kick the 1-0. Down and away, 2 balls, no strikes. And now a little stirring in the KSU bullpen down in left field. A right-hander up and tossing. Finney from the belt, the 2-0. At the letters, 3 balls, no strikes. Of course, nowhere to put him here. A walk ties the game at 5. And the battery mates out for a quick conference in front of the rubber as Tolvy's made his way to the mound. And this inning got off to a bang-bang start for Kennesaw State on a great throw from Tolvy on a George Sutherland bunt attempt. Since then, a walk, a hit by pitch, a deep single from the 9-hole hitter Matt Happ. Finney's 3-0. Finds the zone 3-1. Not sure if Torino even gets the green light here given Finney's inconsistencies in the inning. The 3-1 pitch, he does, and it's up and in for ball 4. And an RBI walk for Matt Torino. His second walk of the day, and we're tied at 5. Schild in to score, Dunham to third, Happ to second base. Jake Garrella up here, and he gets to face a new pitcher. We'll find out who the righty is who had to get warm in a hurry as the day is done for Bryson Finney in relief. We'll return to Stillwell Stadium after these messages. Our scores, St. Louis 5 and Kennesaw State 5. Top of the 6th inning here from Kennesaw on the KSUL Radio Network. In relief of Bryson Finney. St. Louis has tied the game at 5 here in the top of the 6th inning. Without much of an effort offensively, Finney struggled to find the zone. A couple of walks, including a bases-loaded pass to Matt Torino, tied up the game. They're still full here with 1 away. Jake Garrella out of the 2-hole. 2 for 3, he doubled his last turn at the dish. Righty on righty, Vales stretches, he fires, and he misses a little low in and out of the mid of Tolvie. 1-0. Vales, 6'3", 180 pounds. As a freshman in 2020 out of Pope High School in Marietta. Started 3 games, made 5 appearances, working 13 2/3 innings. Had 17 strikeouts. The 1-0 for Vales. Misses inside, it backs up the batter Gorella, 2-0. Vales had an excellent opening day weekend in the Atlanta Challenge last spring. Had against St. Peter's 5 strikeouts. That was a season high on February 15th. 2-0. Swinging a foul ball out of play, first base side. 2-1. Match that against Jacksonville State on March 10th. Finished with a 5.93 ERA. Again, a Pope graduate, played some ball at Wheeler as well. Another Cobb County school, the 2-1. Called a strike, a fastball just beneath the blue batting gloves of Gorella, 2-2. Dunham's at third base for St. Louis, Haps at second base, Torino's at first. 2-2 from Vales. Swing and a miss, he pulled the string on the front door. An off-speed fools Gorella, and there's 2 away. Excellent changeup from the young right-hander. The Billikens still threatening, though, with the DH Cam Redding out of the 3-hole. 5-5 our score on opening day 2021. Kick and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball that's through the right side for a base hit. That plates 1 run. Hodges into throw from right field, and the throw is not in time. St. Louis is back on top 7-5 on a 2-run, 2-out single from Cam Redding. His 3rd consecutive single for the Billikens. Dunham and Happ both score on the play. Torino moves up to second base, and this has pretty much been the story of the game. Back and forth we've gone. Now 10 hits for St. Louis. Fitzgerald 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. The pitch grounded towards short. Simon plays it to his right, goes the short route to second base. Sherrill's on top of the bag, and that'll do it for St. Louis here in the 6th inning. A big inning for the Billikens, who regain the lead with 3 runs off of only 2 singles. No errors, and a couple runners left stranded. Bottom 6 we go. Can the Owls come back and tie it up? St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 5. You're listening to the KSU Owl Radio Network. His team leads 7-5. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for St. Louis, 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Kennesaw State. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning of the season opener at Stillwell Stadium, first of 4 between the Owls and the Billikens. Nolan Alexander with you on what's been a mostly chilly night here at the Shake. 43 degrees is what my watch says. Wind has been a factor. It's blown left to right, pushed in towards first base. So that dips us down in the 30s. We can close the book on Fremion. 1 inning of action, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 1 K, as well as finish the line on Harris. As Kennesaw State gets it underway here in the home half of the 6th inning, Jake Coro out of the 9 spot looks at a fastball that dots the outside edge, 0-1. Coro delivered a double in the 4th inning and played at home Jesse Sherrill. The pitch. Down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Coro scored after he had the 2-out double on Sherrill's single. Been a little while since we played baseball. I'll remember how to keep score one of these days. 1-1. A breaking ball down the pipe for a strike, 1-2 on Coro. Harris for St. Louis, 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned. 5 Ks, 4 walks against 21 batters. One-two on the way to Coro. Swing and a miss, he chased upstairs and away. And 1 gone in the KSU 6th inning as Sheehan comes in and punches a strikeout. Sheehan was the best pitcher for St. Louis last season through 7 appearances, was 3-1 with a 1.69 ERA. 16 strikeouts, 9 walks, 3 earned. Over 16 innings, opponents mustered just a 161 average against the right-hander. Sherrill up as the lineup turns over, and he takes a fastball in the outer half, 0-1. Had that RBI single in the 4th inning, later stole second base, was stranded there. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a looping fly ball towards right center field, tracked down by Garella in the gap, and there's 2 outs.
The left fielder, number 34, Nick Kalina.
Here's the left fielder, Nick Kalina. 1 for 2, a double in the 3rd, a run scored. Righty versus lefty, 7-5. St. Louis leads. The pitch cut on and missed. Fastball again on the outer half of the zone, 0-1. The 0-1. Way up inside, chin music. Spins Kalina out from the left side. Count levels at 1 apiece. Sheehan holds the ball behind his back. Now it comes set outward from the white letters on his blue jersey. The 1-1 pitch misses down and outside, 2-1. Sun has set here. Dusk in Kennesaw, evening skies on the horizon. The 2-1. Check swing. Home plate umpire Casey James says he went around. With a late tailing action down the pipe, 2-2. Scoreboard in right center, more visible now. Tough to make out some of those counts earlier. The 2-2 runs down and in. The count swells full. 3-2 on Kalina. Bases empty, 2 outs for the Owls. Batting in the home half of the 6th inning. St. Louis with a 7-5 lead against Kennesaw State. Sheehan from the first base side of the rubber. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. And a 1-2-3 inning for Sheehan in relief as the Owls go down quietly with a couple of strikeouts for the Billiken reliever. We've played 6. We move to the 7th inning. 7-5. St. Louis leads Kennesaw State on the KSU Owl Radio Network. In the 7th inning from Stillwell Stadium, the 2021 season opener between St. Louis and Kennesaw State. 7-5, the Billikens of St. Louis lead Kennesaw State. Vales back on the mound in relief. His pitch swung on and chopped foul to the far back end of the third base dugout for Kennesaw State. Hernandez, the catcher, up out of the 5-hole. Hernandez, Sutherland, and Schild set to bat this frame. 2 for 3 effort for Hernandez. Solid opening day. A leadoff home run in the 2nd inning, the highlight. 0-1 runs outside the reach of Tolvey. Skips to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vales came on from the bullpen in left field an inning ago in relief of Bryson Finney. 3 runs across for the Billikens, who regained the lead. 1-1 pitch just on top of the dirt outside, 2-1. So Vales, through 2/3 of an inning, has allowed 1 hit, did in the inning. On a solid note last go around. On a Fitzgerald fielder's choice, 2-1. Misses up and away, 3 balls and a strike. Inherited the bases loaded with Finney, who finishes inning in a third, 3 hits, 4 earned, 3 walks, 2 Ks. 3-1 pitch is foul tipped into the mitt of Tyler Tolvey. Hernandez with a big cut, looking to launch it down the left field line. Count is full. Vales with the 3-2. Called strike 3. Another off speed that just floated across the front door. Hernandez is frozen, and there's 1 out. Now the left fielder, George Sutherland, 1 for 3. With a hit in the 4th, sandwiched around a couple of groundouts. He singled on an 0-2 count. Righty on lefty, the offering. Foul tipped again. Tolvey hangs on. It's 0-1. Seven to 5 our score. St. Louis leads. The 0-1 pitch. Pipes in a fastball that grips the outside corner. 0-2. Vales looks for back-to-back Ks. Freshman's 0-2. Downstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He tries again. The 1-2 pitch. Down and in. The count levels at 2 apiece. This matchup featuring a couple of teams with almost identical records from a season ago. Kennesaw State 10-8, St. Louis 10-6. 2-2. A slider down and away in a full count, as Sutherland down 0-2 has looked at 3 straight balls. So back-to-back full counts for Vales, the Pope High School graduate. Another payoff. Misses inside with a fastball near the belt. It backs up the batter. Sutherland aboard with a walk. Here's Colton Schild, the second baseman, batting seventh. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 6 left stranded by St. Louis. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Also 6 left aboard by the Owls. Time call from the left side. Schild back in. Taps the right stick on the outer corner of the dish. Doggles it over the left shoulder. Runner from first breaks. Pitches inside. Throw down to second base is a little high. And the tag ruled late by Simon, who climbed the ladder to pull it down from short. Sutherland in scoring position with the swipe. Pitch was a ball. Count 1-0. And Sutherland has matched his stolen bases from a season ago. He was 1 for 1. Vale sets outward from the black lettering. 1-0 pitch. Misses outside off the front mid of Tolvey, who runs over, picks it up outside the righty batter's box. 2-0 the count on Colton Schild. Vales came ready. Schild stepped out. Now his coach summons him over. Darren Hendrickson, year number 14 with the Billikens, over 400 wins. For his career, just 10 wins shy of 900. He's 890, 473, and 1, spanning 25 seasons. And Hendrickson is conferring with the home plate umpire Casey James, who now brings on the infield umpires. Van Loosander from first base, Kevin Spivey from third. And see what the talk is here. Well, whatever it was quick. And now Sansing wants to understand what's going on. The Kennesaw State skipper out of the third base dugout. Both with the neck gaiters, the umpire, James and Sansing, pulled up over the noses. And for as annoying as those things were to try to figure out at the beginning of the pandemic, now with the colder weather, those things are actually a bit of a blessing. Last year, there were many Owls that would wear those as masks in the colder weather. 2-0 pitch, outside, 3-0. Runner at second, 1 out. St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 5. Fails, struggling in the count. Can he fire a strike here? The 3-0, and he misses outside, down and away. Back-to-back base on balls, Matt Dunham. Hitless today. He was hit by a pitch his last go-around. Steps up here, but first a mound visit from McClanahan, the pitching coach, summoning on Tolvey to meet here with Vales. 7-5, St. Louis leads Kennesaw State. Nolan Alexander with you, opening day 2021. And a bit of a seesaw affair, each team with a run in the second. The Owls took their first lead with a run in the third to go up 2-1. St. Louis came right back, took the lead 3-2 with 2 across in the fourth. Owls tied at home half of the fourth inning. So we're knotted up going to the fifth. St. Louis back on top with a run. Kennesaw State took a 5-4 lead on a 2-run single from Simon. But then, what's been the difference maker, a 3-run sixth inning for St. Louis. Here's Dunham, a couple of strikeouts looking, a hit by pitch. Vales looks at second, now to the dish. Swing and a miss. A foul tip, Dunham, over the top there. And offering well in the basement, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball away. This is a St. Louis team that, like most teams, we're going to return a lot given the shortened season and the free year of eligibility, but St. Louis, more than others, maybe with its lineup, returned some of the most potency this year. 7 of 8 position players. This pitch swung on and drilled out to deep right center field. Carballo back at the track, and he's able to pull it in. Carballo takes to the warning track. The runner from second tags up and advances. That's Sutherland, and Alex Carballo shows off the wheels and saves at least a run there on a long F8 for Dunham. Here's the shortstop, Matt Happ. Tolby out of his crouch, relays the signals to the middle infield of Simon, the second baseman, or Simon, the shortstop, and Sherrill, the second baseman. St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 5. Here in the top of the 7th inning. Vales kicks and fires, and that's down and away, blocked by Tolby. 1-0. But again, 7 of 8 position players back. 3 starting pitchers, 25 back from last season. 9 newcomers. Kennesaw State has one of the largest rosters, 42. Owls make up the 2021 squad. 1-0. Swing and a pop-up, third base side. Coro in foul ground, trying to track it, and he does. He pulls it in. Backing up towards the third base bag, about a step in foul ground, and that will do it as Vales strands runners at the corners. For St. Louis here in the 7th inning, no runs, no base hits, no errors, 2 left aboard. Time to stretch at the shake. St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 5 on the KSU Owl Radio Network. Alex Carballo set to lead off the home half of the 7th inning. His Owls trail 7-5 to St. Louis here on opening day. Roddy and lefty Sheehan in for a second inning of relief, and he misses high and away, 1-0. Carballo 1 for 2. RBI single in the 3rd. He walked and scored back in the 5th. Part of a 2-run single for Simon. 1-0 pitch. Swing, a pop-up, foul ground, out of play as the fans give it a look-see. Back towards the student housing. 0-2. Carballo hit .323 last spring, slugged .597, led the team in home runs. Had 4 of Kennesaw State's 8. Let's talk about power output. Takes the 1-1 and looks at strike 2, a fastball on the outer half. He was great in the field. He was great in the field in the previous half inning. Tracked down a long flyout. Last year, no errors, 43 putouts. This 1-2 pitch is flown to center field. His counterpart Torino drifts back, stops, and makes a one-handed squeeze outside the left shoulder, 1 away. Here's the DH, Terrence Norman. Norman, 2-time preseason All-A-Sun. 1 for 2 today. Singled last go around the 5th inning. The pitch. A fastball high, 1-0. St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 5, bottom 7 at Stillwell Stadium. See you tomorrow for a twin bill. Sunday for the series finale, 4 games in total. 1-0 pitch, swing and a fly ball, well hit, back towards deep, left center field. Torino going back and he drops it. Torino dropped it in the gap, and Norman's at second base. In and out of the leather in left center field. An E8, and Kennesaw State has that tying run at home plate, and Garrett Hodges.
Let's go. It's a base knock.
I think that solidifies the point I was talking about Carballo. 43 putouts, not an error. Sometimes you take outfield play for granted. That time, lights weren't a factor. Sun wasn't a factor. Just the rare E8 out of Torino. Here's the pitch to Hodges, the lefty bat, chops one first base side. It's a fair ball. It rolls in foul territory. This scores Terrence Norman. Hodges digging in towards second base. Here comes the throw, and he slides in safe. An RBI double down the first baseline for Garrett Hodges, and the Owls trail just 7-6. Will the air come back to bite St. Louis? Garrett Hodges made sure of it on the first pitch he saw. Tyler Simon up, had a 2-run single back in the 5th. Hodges not the most fleet of foot, so a well-placed single here could knot us at 7. That was the 9th hit for Kennesaw State. Sheehan looks at second, now to the dish, and issues a strike to Simon, 0-1. Outfield plays him straight up, maybe a couple of steps back is Gorella and right. 0-1 pitch to Simon. Swinging a fly ball popped up to right field. Gorella drifting in. He's got the catch. There's 2 away as Hodges retreats to second base. Second fly out for Simon today. Here's Tyler Tolvey. Got the Owls on the scoreboard with a leadoff home run in the 2nd inning. A strikeout and a flyout. Since then, he sits 1 for 3. Billiken 7, Owls 6. Hodges at second base. Here with 2 outs, home half of the 7th inning. Sheehan fires and misses down and in, 1-0. Sheehan stares down Hernandez. He sits on the first base side of the rubber. Tolvey now calls for time. Tolvey gets the start today. He split with freshman All-America Nick Hassan last season. Hassan today, here's the 1-0. Breaking ball misses down and in. Unavailable to play for Kennesaw State. Two 2-0 the count to the lefty batter Tolvey against the righty Sheehan. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Tolvey was thinking fastball. He chased one above the zone, 2-1. Sheehan readies. Kicks and fires. Check swing on a 2-1 offering. It's called a strike anyway from James. 2-2. Deuce is wild here with a runner at second base, Hodges. 2-2 to Tolvey. Called strike three. A fastball paints the black on the outside corner. He's down looking, and that ends the inning. Kennesaw State comes back with one run off of the Hodges double, one base hit, one error, one runner left aboard. We'll move to the eighth inning at Stillwell Stadium in Kennesaw, Georgia, with the score St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 6. This is the KSUL Radio Network. In 2021. We're glad to have you with us on the KSUL Radio Network. Nolan Alexander, 7-6 our score. St. Louis leads Kennesaw State. Vales back on the bump in relief, and he fires a strike. 0-1 the count. Comes into the lefty bat here, Torino. About thigh-high inner half. 0-1 from the righty Vales. Swing and a miss. Torino fouls it off there. Challenged him inside. He fell down to the back knee. 0-2. Torino's been aboard twice via the base on balls his last two times. Before that, a strikeout looking and a 3-1 ground down. Oh, 2. Swing and a chopper to first. Takes a high hop over Fink and rolls into right field. Low, and that third or fourth hop just ate him up over the left shoulder. Not much you can do about that. And the leadoff man is aboard for St. Louis. The single is the 11th hit for the Billikens here tonight. Jake Gorilla from the right side. Vales called for the balk. He was preoccupied with a runner at first, and the home plate umpire, Casey James, pranced out from behind the plate, issued the balk on Vales. And runner at second here with no outs. Each team now called for a balk. The offering. Swing and a miss. Gorilla laid on a changeup 0-1. Enters this season top 20 all times in hits, doubles, RBIs, bats, and total bases. He's just 2 doubles shy. Wait on the 0-1 here from Vales. Here it is. Brushes him back inside. Nearly plucked Gorilla right at the hands. 0-2. He already has 1 double today, so now 1 double shy of tying Mike Vigorolo's program best 57. One. Swing and a miss, another off-speed low, 1-2, and that's something to keep an eye on too. With a free year of eligibility last year, see how things go about this spring season. Could have a lot more records broken. I mean, you think about it, 20 games last year, anywhere 15 to 20 games for teams. Not that far from being a halfway point of the season, at least a quarter of a season. Sometimes that adds up when it comes to records. This pitch is spoiled out of play, first base side. Another 1-2. Check swing off speed away, ruled a ball, 2-2. Runner at second, no outs, 2-2 the count. Vales to the plate. Swinging a fly ball to right field. It's appears to be playable for Hodges. It is as he pulls it in on the track. Runner from second tags. Throw comes bouncing into short. And St. Louis has insurance over at third base. Torino advances on the deep F9. 1 away for Cam Redding. Redding has singled in each of his last 3 ABs. The Billikens lead 7-6. The infield pulls in for Kennesaw State. The pitch. Not sure where it missed there. Slider looked good, but I guess deemed low, 1-0. Vales off the left side of the rubber. The freshman deals. Swing and a miss. Changeup pulls the string, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Redding. The offering. Swing and a miss, down and in. And Vales is just toying with the St. Louis DH right here. And really, if you take away that funky hop and the dribbler by Torino to first, this could be a chance at a 1-2-3 inning. The pitch. Called strike 3. Froze him with a fastball in the back door, and there's 2 away. And that would have been it. Top of the 8th, 2 outs, St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 6. 2 1/3 now for Vales, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Fitzgerald still eyeing his first hit. 0 for 4 today, the pitch. Looks a little low and off speed, 1-0. This represents the 12th Billiken that Vales has faced in relief. The third pitcher used by Kennesaw State, Luke Torbert, got the start. Bryson Finney, the first reliever used. Torino with third, the 1-0 pitch. A slider low, 2-0, didn't miss by much. You can hear the moans and the groans of the Owl fans behind home plate up the third baseline. Meanwhile, St. Louis in its first base dugout is riding with every pitch here, trying to egg on Fitzgerald for an insurance run. The 2-0. Off the dish, 3 balls, no strikes. Coming up in a bit, we'll refresh our ASUN scoreboard. See what's going on with that Liberty-Campbell game. Check in on Stetson and Jacksonville, also opening up 2021 here tonight. Fails the 3-0. Get me over heater, 3-1. Time call to the dish by Fitzgerald. Vales fires and misses low. Runners on the corners. That brings up the Billiken catcher, Ryan Hernandez. Despite a chilly night, no undershirt for Hernandez, has the top button or 2 undone. It's been a warrior behind the plate tonight for St. Louis. 7-6, the Billikens lead. Top of the 8th inning, Stillwell Stadium. They're on the corners. Torino at third, Fitzgerald at first. Vales peeks back over at first. Fink holds on the runner. Now to the plate he goes. Check swing on a nice offering. Look over to first, says no go. And Vales has struggled to get his slider called for a strike. If it comes across the middle of the plate, it has been impossible for Casey James to see. If you leave that up a little bit more, Hernandez is going to crank it to left field. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball foul tipped into the grasp of Tolvey, 1-1. Sets out from the letters. Kick, 1-1 pitch. Check swing, breaking ball. A little bit away, 2-1. There is action in the Owls bullpen. There's a lefty throwing way down in left field. We'll see if we can spot it here after this pitch. 2-1. Fastball in the zone, 2-2. Looks like it might be Anthony Rodriguez. Can't say for sure with the front edge of the bullpen wall where the catchers are. Cuts off the view. The 2-2. Swing and a foul. Shot to the backstop. Hernandez ahead of that pitch. Mistimed it. And sent it spiraling back to the padding. Go, 7-6, the Owls trail here on opening day. They're on the corners. 2 outs for St. Louis batting in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes another 2-2 from Vales. Swing and a miss. Sawed him off up and in. Hernandez smacks the bat at home plate, and Gage Vales, the freshman, walks off the mound, stranding runners on the corners. A couple of strikeouts prevails here in the 8th inning. For St. Louis, it's no runs, 1 base hit, no errors, and they're stranded on the corners. Bottom 8 at the Shake. It's a 1-run ball game. Billikens 7, Owls 6 on the KSU Owl Radio Network. Logan Fink, the Owl first baseman, up here at the dish with Kennesaw State trailing 7-6. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball that misses a little inside. 1-0 the count. Sheehan still pitching in relief for St. Louis. It's Fink, Coro, and Sherrill up this inning for the Owls. And there's a fastball that comes a little bit further inside, called a strike by Casey. 1-1. 8, 9, and 1 batters up here for Kennesaw State in the 8th. 11 hits for the Billikens, 9 for the Owls tonight. Righty on righty, the 1-1, and Fink looks a little outside. 2 balls and a strike. So here's the latest on that ASUN scoreboard. 2-1. Looks at strike 2. Peered in with it, bent the knees, didn't agree with the call, thought maybe a little low or a little outside. The count levels at 2 apiece. Liberty has now taken the lead at Campbell, bottom 6 in Bowie's Creek. 2-1, the Flames are on top. 2-2. A breaking ball spoiled out of play, first base side. And bad weather in the Sunshine State, so be it. Stetson hosting Florida A&M, that's in a delay. Jacksonville hosting Miami, that has been moved to tomorrow. 2-2 to Fink. Swinging a pop-up right side of the infield. Dunham, the first baseman, takes a few steps back, right on the edge of the chalk, and has a two-handed catch. 1 out in the Owls' 8th inning.
The third baseman, number 4, Jake Coro.
Here's Jake Coro, the third baseman. And the pitch runs outside, 1-0. St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 6, bottom 8 at the Shake. Coro 1 for 3 today with a run scored. He doubled in the 4th. Sheehan fires. He misses down and away near the shins. 2 balls and no strikes. So a busy Saturday in the ASUN coming up tomorrow, starting here with a twin bill between the Billikens and the Owls. That starts, we'll see you here at 1 o'clock. 2-0 pitch, down and in, 3-0. Of course, the Owls would love a walk to the 9-hole hitter. Coro represents the tying run. 3-0 pitch. Takes a fastball near the belt, 3-1. Sheehan delivers. 3-2. Took one in beneath the hands, and the count's full. 7-6, Kennesaw State trails, bottom 8. Bags empty, 1 out. Payoff. Swing and a fly ball out to right field. Gorella casually drifting in. Reaches in front of the blue hat, 2 away on the squeeze. Pop up to first and F9, and here's Sherrill as the lineup turns over for the Owls. 5th AB for Sherrill, 1 hit. He singled in the 4th, stole second base. Was stranded there. Right-hander on the mound, left-hander at the dish. Nobody on, 2 outs. And time taken by Sherrill at home plate. Sheehan fires. Call to strike, outer corner, 0-1. From the first base side of the rubber, the senior delivers. Goes with the breaking ball and just misses the back door, 1-1. Busy weekend here at Kennesaw State tomorrow. Across the way at the Convocation Center, 2 o'clock, it's Pink Day for women's basketball, 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. The Owls play host to the Stetson Hatters. Go back-to-back Senior Day Sunday at 2 o'clock against Stetson, too. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play, carrying through the night skies on the third baseline. We started without a cloud in the sky. We have reached pitch black skies here at Stillwell Stadium in Kennesaw, just pierced by those stadium lights. And of course, can't forget beyond right field, the faded Waffle House. The sign looks pretty good. The Waffle House itself needs a new paint job. Deuce is wild, the 2-2. Swing and a chopper, left side of the infield, going to be a tough play. Happ scoops it short, he throws on the run at first. It's late and it bounces away from Dunham, backed up by the catcher Hernandez. And Sherrill beats it out with an infield single. And gives the Owls the tying run of the bags.
The left fielder, number 34, Nick Colina.
And here's Nick Colina, 1 for 3 with a double in the third. Seven to 6, St. Louis leads. Bottom 8 at Stillwell Stadium. And a visit out of the first base dugout. There has been a right-hander that's been warming up for the Billikens. A member of the St. Louis first base dugout with his blue sweatshirt trots over to the bullpen. The rest of the infield huddles up for St. Louis. We'll see if we'll have a new batter, or a new pitcher, against Colina. Although with a fellow right-hander wouldn't necessarily be a side advantage, just I think rather from a juice standpoint. Charlie Sheehan, 2 2/3, 2 hits, 1 unearned run, 3 strikeouts, no walks. James Casey wants in on the action. Says, all right, let's get back to social distancing. Powwow's broken up. Second visit out of the dugout as Casey signals to the press box. And we'll continue the action. Runner at first, 2 outs, bottom 8. Kalina out of the 2-hole up for Kennesaw State. The Owls trail by a skinny run, 7-6 on opening day. The pitch. Kalina sends a line drive back into center field. Sherrill around second base. He heads to third. The throw in from Torino is late. And the tying runs at third base for Kennesaw State with a 2-out rally. What a sweet swing there from Kalina, sending it right back up the middle into center field. Sherrill rounded second base. He hesitated as he neared short. Thought about, should I turn it around, and said, no, it's the 8th inning. We're down by a run. Let's get after it. Beat the throw in from Torino. And now Alex Carballo, and a chance here to either tie the game or give the Owls the lead. Just what Sansing and the Owls are looking for here with D1 Baseball's most impressive hitter in the conference from a season ago. RBI single in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. Retired on a flyout the last time, and he'll face a new pitcher. That'll do it for Sheehan in relief with another visit out of the Billiken dugout. We'll see who St. Louis calls on to face Carballo when we come back. A good one here at the Shake. Our score, St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 6. Back here at the bottom of the 8th after these messages on the KSUL Radio Network. Named the A-10 Commissioners Honor Roll following the end of the shortened season. Just 3 hits over those 7.2 innings of work. So here we go. Ryan Nolan against Alex Carballo. Sherrill's at third base with speed. Kalina speed as well over at first. To the Owls try to move Kalina. We'll see how much life is on this fastball here from Ryan Nolan. The pitch, swinging a foul back. That one issued on the outer edge of the plate. Carballo reaching for it, just a little off in the timing. Billiken 7, Owls 6. Bottom 8, Stillwell Stadium, opening day 2021.
from Columbus.
Nolan takes the sign. From the belt, the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball, well hit towards left field. Sutherland is there, though, in the gap, and he's got the grab. Nolan comes in and preserves the lead for the St. Louis Billikens on an F7 to Alex Carballo. No runs in the inning, 2 base hits, though, no errors, 2 left stranded. We'll head to the 9th inning with the score. Still St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 6. This is the KSUL Radio Network. The 9th inning, St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 6. The first of 4 of the first game of 2021. Happy opening day to you. Night skies, 41 degrees. A little bit of wind still blowing in towards first base. So everybody's got their sweatshirt, their jackets, masks, hats. Anything you can do to try to cut down from some of that bone-chilling wind that can come in from time to time. It's not terrible tonight by any means. But looking forward to those other spring days here in the future. Number 13, Anthony Rodriguez out of Miramar, Florida, and Maryville College on the mound. The lefty delivers a lot of heat on the fastball, but it lands low to George Sutherland. 6, 7, 8 Billikens due up here in the 9th inning. Each team 11 hits. St. Louis leads by a run, 7-6. Fastball called a strike in front of the hands of Sutherland. 1-1. George Sutherland 1 for 3 and a walk. He singled in the 4th inning on an 0-2 count. Rodriguez is 1-1. A breaking ball that Sutherland ducks away from. 2 balls and a strike. 33 appearances, 25 starts for the Maryville College Scots. 7-10 with 2 saves. Kicks delivers the 2-1. Fastball clinches the outer edge, 2-2. Had 128 strikeouts in his Maryville career. 2-2 pitch. A breaking ball away. Look over to third. The count's full. As Kevin Spivey extends the arms. Last spring, 16 1/3 innings of work, 21 Ks. The payoff to Sutherland. Swinging a ground ball, shot to second base. Sherrill waits on it. Plucks near the left shin. An easy throw to first base and a 4-3 putout. It's Anthony Rodriguez's Kennesaw State career started. And now the second baseman, number 2, Colton Schild, up for St. Louis. Billikens 7, Owls 6, top 9 at Stillwell Stadium. We'll close the book on Vales here in just a second. High kick, southpaw offers. Curveball off the plate, 1-0. Vales 2 2/3 with a couple of hits, no runs. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 balk against 13 Billikens. 1-0. Fastball outside, 2 balls, no strikes. 3 flyouts, 1 ground out. For Vales, again, 2 2/3, 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks, 1 balk against 13 batters. 2-0 pitch. Fastball in the basement. 3-0 on Schild. Bases empty, 1 out, top of the 9th. Couple of right-handers tossed in the Owls bullpen. 3-0 pitch above the letters and a 1-out walk. That's the 7th walk issued by Kennesaw State relievers. Luke Torbert in his start today had 7 strikeouts and no walks through 4 innings. But I mentioned Vales' line. Bryson Finney had 3 walks and then 1 there for Rodriguez. On the other side for St. Louis, 9 walks today. Trevor Harris, the starter, had 5. Fremion, their first reliever, had 1. Sheehan, 3. And then we just saw Ryan Nolan enter the ball game and induce the Carballo fly out to left. Matt Dunham, the first baseman, hit by a pitch and scored in the 6th inning. Lone time he has reached base. He's already struck out twice. Runner from first goes. This pitch is flown into shallow left center field, and it's down for a base knock. Runner heads to third, scooped up by Kalina and left. His throw over to third base is late, and St. Louis is on the corners for the 2nd straight inning. Schild on the hit and run advances to third. On a single to shallow left center, Dunham has his first base hit. And now Matt Happ out of the 9-hole steps in. 1 hit today. He's 1 for 4 with a 6th inning single. So it got off to a good start for Rodriguez in his black and gold debut with a 4-3 ground out, but a 4-pitch walk to Schild, and then the single has him in trouble here. St. Louis 7, Kennesaw State 6, top 9 from Stillwell Stadium. Lefty on righty matchup, and then time called at the last second. Granted by Casey James, and not sure how barely even stepped out from the right side. Eyes back the first base dugout, climbs back in. Crouched down, slightly open stance, red stick over the right shoulder. On the corners, the pitch, and that's down and away, 1-0. Torino, the leadoff batter, awaits on deck for the Billikens. 7-6, St. Louis leads, top of the 9th.
Get his phone number.
Out of the stretch, the 1-0. Bunt shown, it's shot, first baseline foul. A little over halfway on the dribbler, picked up by Fink in foul territory. Sticks on the board for Matt Happ, a junior out of Temecula, California, in the vicinity of San Diego. Came to St. Louis via Riverside City. One. Shows bunt again. Dribbler, first base side. Fink picks it up. He looks at home plate and then has no throw to first. Sherrill was not covering first base. Turns into an RBI bunt single. Fink looks straight at Tolvey at home plate. I'm surprised he didn't make the throw there. Then said, I'll get the second out at first, but Sherrill wasn't there. 8-6 Billikens. On the 13th hit of the night for St. Louis. This is about what you expect for the first baseball game in 345 days. Hasn't been the cleanest. 2 errors for St. Louis and a defensive miscue there, while not an error, a mental one for the Owls. Torino from the top of the lineup looks at a curveball down the pipe, 0-1. Got his first hit in his last go-around the 8th inning on an 0-2 pitch. He singled. He's been aboard 3 times, the previous 2 via walks. And Rodriguez steps off the mound, looks back the runner at second. The right-hander in the bullpen appears to be loose. He's tossed the baseball behind his shoulder and walks towards the catchers. Meanwhile, the 0-1 waved and missed. Fastball at the knees down the middle. Billikens at first and second with 1 away. 0-2. Swing and a miss, chased a breaking ball outside, and there's 2 gone. First strikeout for Anthony Rodriguez. Tolve wasn't able to hang on to it, but with first base occupied, there's 2 away. Torino gave it a trot, then told to head back to the dugout. Gorella singled in the first. That's his only hit today. Or excuse me, a 5th inning double. The pitch down and away off of Tolve's protection. Runners try to advance. Throw down over to third, and he's out. Tolve nails down the runner trying to advance off the pitch in the dirt. Dunham, the first baseman, is retired 2-5. And that'll do in the top of the 9th. Can the Owls rally after St. Louis scores 1 more in the inning off of 2 base hits, no errors, 1 left on? Bottom 9 coming up from the Shake with a score. St. Louis 8, Kennesaw State 6 on the KSU Owl Radio Network. Norman set to lead it off for Kennesaw State out of his cleanup position. 8-6, St. Louis leads the KSU Owls. So we go bottom 9. Ryan Nolan delivers and misses low, 1-0. Nolan came on in relief of Sheehan in the 8th inning. A couple of runners on for Kennesaw State, including the tying run, Sherrill at third base, but induced a fly out to left center off the bat of Alex Carballo. 1-0 pitch, sprayed foul out of play down the right field side. 1-1. Ball and a strike here to Norman, the DH. The offering. Takes a fastball in the zone, 1-2. Norman has crossed home plate twice today. He's hit once, a single in the 5th inning, and reached on an error in center field in the 7th. 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, well struck deep right center field, and Norman has given us liftoff. A leadoff solo home run for Terrence Norman over the right center wall, and it's a 1-run ball game. Norman wanted to see better power numbers this season. He did not have an extra base hit last year. He changes that on night 1 of 2021. Hodges looks to go back-to-back here. 8-7, the Owls trail. Lefty bat up, the pitch. Takes high and away, 1-0. Doubled his last time. 1 for 3, he's also walked. 1-0. Swinging a foul ball, left field side, out of play. Fitzgerald, the third baseman, gave it a look-see, but bound for the student apartments. 1-1. Nolan nods, fires. Swing and a miss. Pitch on the outer edge, 1-2 to Hodges. Long looking, Nolan readies. Delivers. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. Sutherland giving a chase, still on the run. Loses the hat, but makes the grab. Just in fair territory where the foul ground gets skinny in front of the Kennesaw State bullpen. Able to brace himself after making the catch, entering the warning track. An allowed first out for Kennesaw State. Shortstop Tyler Simon stands in. 8-7, Kennesaw State trails, bottom 9, 1 away, bags empty. The pitch, swing and a miss on an offering in the dirt, 0-1. Simon 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies today. Picked up a 5th inning double. Nolan's 0-1. And the dirt 1-1. Eight runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for St. Louis with 10 runners stranded. 7 runs, 12 hits, 9 left aboard by the Owls, and that pitch nearly hit Simon. Brushed him up on the front left shoulder, spun out of the way. Meanwhile, Ryan Nolan on the mound nearly fell off. Came fluttering forward, had to fall back on the right shoulder, try to regain his balance. And they'll make sure that he's okay here. The home plate umpire, Casey James, pulled over the St. Louis staff and asked for a trainer to look at the mound artist. It's kind of a funky follow-through from the reliever. And I believe they're going to make a switch here. They're signaling the bullpen. There is a left-hander that is vigorously trying to get loose, and I think this is certainly a precautionary measure. And we will have a new pitcher come on. So it appears right now Ryan Nolan is standing. He's not withering in pain, but you know how it is with baseball pitchers. At times, you don't think it's that bad. You may hear something snap, and they want to make sure he's okay with the cold weather and check him out. So St. Louis will bring on a new pitcher in a dire situation here. Kennesaw State down 8-7, just a one-run ball game, a 2-1 count to Tyler Simon as the new pitcher will have to work against the Owl shortstop. We'll come back after these words on the KSU Owl Radio Network. So Hendrickson on for St. Louis here with one away in the 9th inning. Last season as a sophomore, appeared in a team-high 7 games with a 1.23 ERA and 7 in the 3rd innings. 10 strikeouts, 1 run on 6 hits for Hendrickson. So allowed plenty of time to try to get loose here. Right-hander hands over head, fires home, and Simon gets a new pitcher here with a 2-1 count. Opening night 2021, 8-7, St. Louis leads Kennesaw State in the first of 4 between the Owls and the Billikens. 13 hits for the Billikens, 12 for the Owls. 19 runners stranded combined between the two teams. And the pitch. Comes inside and hits Simon on the left forearm. Hendrickson, the pitcher, maybe a little unimpressed there. Thought Simon could have leaned into it. Sansing comes out of the third base dugout, calls on the trainer Archibald to attend Simon, and he gets about 10 feet away. Simon just shoos him off. I'm good. Sansing takes the opportunity to confer with Tolvey. 8-7. St. Louis leads Kennesaw State. Winning run at the plate. Tyler Tolvey up for the Owls. Tolvey, a lefty bat, one hit today. Like I said before, that leadoff home run in the second inning. Simon takes a three-step lead off first base. Held on by Dunham. 1 on, 1 out, a one-run deficit in the ninth inning for KSU. And now time, Henderson goes through the signs again. He sets, stretch the pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, rolls away from the catcher. Just stays in his reach around the dirt as Hernandez picks it up. Simon hops back over to the first base bag. 0-1 the count on Tyler Tolvey. Joined Terrence Norman on the preseason All-Ace Sun squad. Oh, 1. Fastball, a strike near the knees, 0-2. Simon flirted with stealing second base. Came back to the bag. Hernandez, after receiving the pitch, popped back up out of the crouch, eyed him back over to Dunham. Nods the 0-2. Fastball off the plate. Hernandez framed it, but that was a good 2-3 inches off the dish. 1-2 to the Kennesaw State catcher. Here's the pitch as the runner breaks, cut on and miss. The throw down to second base is in and out of the tag of the shortstop Happ. Came so close to a strike him out, throw him out to close out the ballgame. Tolvey's retired on K's, but the tying runs in scoring position for Logan Fink, the Kennesaw State first baseman.
Let's go, man.
Fink hitless today, but man, hit number 1 here. What a time for it. He reached on a walk, though, back in the second frame. Simon at second, 2 outs, St. Louis 8, Kennesaw State 7 on opening day 2021, and time taken by Fink at home plate. Most recently on a 2-2 count, popped up to first, an inning ago. Hendrickson looks back at second, nods, now to the plate. And a fastball zips in the lower half of the zone, 0-1. The 0-1. Swinging a foul back to the net. Fink off balance on that attempt, 0-2. Jake Coro, the man on deck, over to pick up the foul ball. The Owls are down to their last strike. The 0-2 from Hendrickson. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chase to pitch low, he's above, and that'll do it as St. Louis wins on opening day, and the Owl comeback comes up just short. Our final score, St. Louis, 8 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors, 10 left stranded. Kennesaw State, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors, and 10 left aboard. I'm Nolan Alexander. Thanks for joining us on opening day 2021. We'll see you tomorrow for a doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. This has been a presentation of the KSU Owl Network.